Hello and welcome to the final day, day 7 of the Berlin 2018 World Para-Athletics European Championships at the Friedrich Ludwig Jahn Sport Park in northeast Berlin. The final day of the championships, which have been outstanding from a record point of view. Championship, world and European records going by the dozens. A cooler day, similar to yesterday on Saturday, close to 17 degrees, so jumpers and jackets are the order of the day. The wind today coming out of the west. We saw a marvellous world record yesterday from Marcus Ream. We'll be seeing him more today. First up is the men's javelin throw F41. I'm Tolson Tollett. With me is Will Downey.
And for the last time this week, hello. And it's the men's javelin F41, one of many field events getting underway over the next few minutes. 9 field events in the final day. This the F41 for athletes of short stature. No major championship medals yet for Hakan. Ayaldız of Turkey, but that may change. Next up for the Netherlands, first major championship marked by a bronze in the shot put for Take Sonneveld. Throwing third. Alongside a very popular athlete in Germany, the former European and world champion, claimed in 2013 and 2014. He also won this back in the Worlds in 2006, way back when, in Assen in the Netherlands. It is Matthias Mester. So alongside him from Croatia, based out of Zadar, first major championship for Vladimir Gaspar. Next up, the reigning World Junior Champion. He's 20 years old, also involved in powerlifting. He's been in the last Europeans and World Champion, Virgilius Valciukas. And last of all, for Slovakia, the former World and Paralympic champion in the shot, it's Marek Markok from Bratislava.
Javelin, they will have 6 throws in turn. After the end of the 3rd round, the leader will be throwing last, and the 6th place athlete will be throwing.
So 24 gold medals up for grabs on this final day. 9 in the field, 15 on the track. Alan Davis, the world record holder, will be going for a double in the discus, having already won. We'll take the shot put today. Martin Caironi aiming for a long jump and 100 metres double in the T63. Alexandra Helming up in a stack field in the 800 metres T54. We finish with that universal relay. Something to really look forward to there.
So let's kick off the men's javelin then. It is F41. It is for athletes of short stature. And the F40s are shorter stature. Got a couple of these finals very early on today of the 9 field events, and that's shy of 30 metres from Hakan Ayaldız. European record in this is held by Matthias Mester in claiming bronze in the World Championships a year ago at the Olympic Stadium in London. That's a Colosseum of magnificent sport. During the summers at least, and that a no throw by Ayaldız, but he will be okay as there's 6 in this competition, so he'll get all 6 throws. Sonneveld now after his bronze medal in the shot, and that's shy of 30 as well, but he will be white flagged for it, so he'll be okay. Sonneveld is a 30-metre thrower this year. It's nippy again today. It's about 20 Celsius. It's funny, but back home where I'm from, it's 20 Celsius and it's a lovely day. Here you can actually feel the cold. It's windy as well, which may help the throwers slightly. Sonneveld will hit the front in this opening round with the first successful effort. And Sonneveld 27.94, but he knows he can throw considerably further than that, and this man definitely can. By the way, he is the F40, a European record holder, Sonnefeld, with that 31.74. It's a couple of categories together in this, but it's under the banner of F41. So here's Matthias Mester, who is the European record holder at 41. And look at that! That's out towards 35. And he can throw further than that, much further. That's him in the lead straight away. Solid throw from Mester to take the lead by a considerable margin. 34-42. Gaspar for Croatia next to go. It's his first major championship, and that'll creep over 30 meters. Put him into the silver medal position for now. He's coached by Eddie Stipic and Damian Sedic. It's 27-year-olds. Looking for a few words of advice. His coach is way up and high. Now, why they couldn't be sitting in the front row, I'm not sure. Lifetime best, 30 meters 67. That'll hit the spot nicely. Goes into the silver medal position. The world junior champion, Egidius Valsiukis, who won bronze in the shot at 41 kg. That's heading out around 25 meters. Valsiukis, he actually has titles in able-bodied powerlifting. He's involved in the powerlifting too. Finished 10th of the Europeans at Berck-sur-Mer up in northern France back in May. Didn't register a mark at the Worlds in Mexico City. It was rescheduled World Championships just before Christmas. 25.63, he is in 4th position. And to round off round one for Slovakia, here's the man that's had a fantastically successful career to date. He's been world champion twice in the shot and once at the Paralympic Games. Former world Paralympic champion in that discipline, Margok. And that's a nice throw, that's around 32 meters. And it'll put him up into the medals for now. This looks like being somewhat competitive. There may be a few European records needed to append Matthias Mester in the lead, though. It's a season's best throw by Margok as well, going that far over 30. It is 31 meters, 52. So Yildiz of Turkey, who's based in Adana. The closest he's got to a championship medal before was when he finished 4th here this week in the final of the shot at F41. So other field events starting right now. The women's discus F41, which is the same category as this. Women's shot put F55, which is a seated throwing event. Men's shot put F63, which is prosthetic category, single above knee amputee. So, second round is on. Yildiz. Again, that's probably knocking around 27, 28 meters. He gets the white flag this time, which he didn't in the opening round. Margok also, by the way, had a foul to round off that previous throw. ALDs will be on the board for this, and it might just push him into the medals, or it might just not. Season's best though, 27.08, and he is in fourth.
So the first race on the track on this final day, the men's 400 metres T12, 4 starters, 2 from Turkey, 1 from Spain, and 1 from Portugal.
On your mark.
Akbulut of Turkey, who was a bronze medalist in the 2017 World Championships over the 400 metres. The 26-year-old disqualified in the 200 metres. He'll go from lane 1. There's the other favourite in this race, Luis Goncalves. He's already claimed bronze in the 100 metres, gold over the 200 metres, and some celebrations when he takes victory as well. Heat or final.
Third.
So Akbulut from 1, Hernandez Taylor of Spain from 3, Goncalves in 5, and Shearer of Turkey goes in 7 in this T12 men's 400 metres medium individual impairment final. Now here goes the man Goncalves, who claimed that gold over 200 metres. He's coming up on the shoulder of the man out in lane 8, Hakan Shearer, who played futsal for the visually impaired teams in Turkey, but at the moment they're quite evenly spread. It's only really Goncalves who's up there in first place. It's coming up on the outside to come into the last 100 metres. So it's going to be that man Luis Goncalves of Portugal who takes the lead, coming into the 100 on the outside in lane 8, Hakan Shearer of Turkey. But look on the inside, Ulgaz Akbulut. He's coming very quickly indeed. Akbulut on the inside, he's going to take it. Akbulut, looks like Goncalves will hold on for second. Akbulut 49.94, a new championship record for the Turkish man. So Akbulut takes the gold. Goncalves looks like he held on to get silver. Hakan Shearer was working down the outside. Goncalves did most of the running with around 150 to go. He moved into the lead. About there. So look at that man there on the inside in the red of Turkey. Ulgaz Akbulut in the last 50 metres. He puts the foot down. Goncalves looks across, realises he can't catch him, finishes with silver. And Hakan Shearer picks up the bronze. So there's our winner. Championship record. Yep, the lights are on. And we're at home. Championship record 49.92. Goncalves of Portugal picks up silver to add to his earlier 2 medals in these championships. And Shearer picks up bronze.
30 metres 31. The moment she has a lead of 13 metres.
I think that tells you what it's like today. Jackets the order again. Quite incredible, really. It was 34 degrees about 3 days ago. All of a sudden it's down to about 17. Here comes winter. Danish, Portuguese, Polish. Goncalves again getting the congratulations. He's picked up his 3rd medal of the championships. He's got the full lot now, gold, silver and bronze.
So Valziukis in the Javelin, 25.63 in the opening round, putting him in 5th position. No major movement in this second round yet. Valziukis has also been a para swimmer as well as a para powerlifter, as well as being the world junior champion, the 20-year-old. At 25.63 in the opening round, currently has him in 5th position. And that will not be an improvement. He stays in 5th spot. And next for Slovakia, Marek Magok from Bratislava. All those shot medals in his career.
So Magok, his first, was given a no throw. I thought at the time it might have been a bit dicey the way it landed, very flat. Took the sport up many, many years ago, this man, 41 years of age. Loads of medals, but not at the moment. He's in fourth, 31.14. He doesn't have a mark though.
The men's 100 metres T38 final, and 3 champions from this week coming head-to-head. Nikita Senik of Ukraine has won the long jump, Lorenzo Albaladejo Martinez of Spain has won the 400, and Thomas Young of Great Britain who's won the 200.
That's the lineup for the men's 100.
Young in his first major championship, Charnwood AC. He's based in Loughborough, which is our great sporting academy. Kowalik was bronze in the 400 metres here, 5th in the 200 in his first major championship. Nikita Senik, the former European champion. Ukraine actually didn't compete at the last Europeans in Grosseto. They simply didn't send a team, concentrated on the Paralympic Games. So it's Senik in 3, Albaladejo Martinez in 4, Young in 5, Kowalik in 6, Kiwa 7, and Kaptradze is in lane 8. Didn't start the 200. Away first time, very good start by Thomas Young for Great Britain, and Senik will be his closest rival here. They were first and second in the final of the 200. Young's going to do the double. Young ahead of Senik, and Albaladejo in third. 11.66 for Thomas Young, and he's done it again. He's very close to his lifetime best. This is a fantastic story for Great Britain. The 18-year-old wins the sprint double of 100 and 200. Really emphatic. It's a unique enough running style, tilting forward, but it's effective. 11.66 now confirmed. A man whose lifetime best this year is 11.61.
So back to the javelin. Matthias Mester. Started back in Leverkusen in 2005. Senior debut came the following year. 12 years on the circuit, third attempt, 34.42 to beat for himself. Well, that's out there around the 35-metre mark. It's going to be there or thereabouts on what he's thrown so far. Gold at the 2014 European Championships, silver in 2016, and gold 4 years ago in the World Championships, 5 years ago even. My maths is bad. So Mester has the lead, had the lead going into it. He's improved that lead, 34.64.
Well, it was a very solid start by Young in the 100 metres final, and Senik really challenging him very tightly. But Young accelerating in the final 30 metres, drove through, and he knew he'd got the double. How well he started. Senik likewise. Albaladejo left behind somewhat by the two either side of him. But Young with a golden double, and how it will feel that way as well. Always had a margin over Senik. Albaladejo Martinez got back into this final very well to pick up the bronze, having won gold in the 4, bronze in the 2, now bronze in the 1 But Thomas Young has won gold in his 2 events here, the 100-200. He's a new British star. I happen to think we've seen that celebration somewhere before. Gold for Thomas Young, 11.66, setting the silver for Ukraine, and Albaladejo Martinez, the bronze for Spain.
So the men's shot put, Alan Davis, his first attempt, the F63 category. He's already won discus here. The man from Bridgend. That is first. 14.16. He's thrown 15.42 this year, but he's in first place.
It's a new championship record as well. Gorgeous day, nice crowd. The main section of the main stand of this Friedrich Ludwig Jahn Sport Park full again.
Women's 400 metres T12. Have a look at the bottom there. Katrin Muller-Rothgart, the home favourite, who won gold over 100 here, silver in the long jump, and silver in the 200 metres in her 4th event of these European Championships. Sveka Kalinic of Turkey goes in lane 1. There is Rulug Mokkart. Spain's Beges Gamez will go inside her in lane 5 with her guy Sergio Sanchez Palanca. Oksana Peterchik, she won gold in the 200 metres. Now going for the 2 and 4. She'll go from 3. So 4 to go. Medium visual impairment. They can choose to go with the guide. And today, the only one who's chose not to is Katrin Muller-Rothgart. Normally runs with Alexander Kozenkov, but she's going by herself. So 3 with guides, 1 without. And they get away with no problems whatsoever. Muller-Rothgart gets away to a strong start on the outside, but Peterchik in lane 3, who's got away to an absolute fly. She's already up on the inside of Beges Gamez of Spain, overtaken her, heading down the back straight. And it's going to be Peterchik who's going to come up on the inside of Katrin Muller-Rothgart. So she goes past her as well. So it's Peterchik who takes the lead. Oksana Peterchik, who's claimed the gold over 200 metres. She's got to that mark now, and she is flying past there. Muller-Rothgart on the outside is really starting to tie it up. It's this Spaniard, Melanie Beges Gamez, who's come through in 2nd place. But it's Oksana Peterchik into the last 100 metres. She's doing it pretty easily. No signs of distress there at all. So this is going to be very interesting to see what her time is going to be. Muller-Rothgart's in 3rd position, way back there, and Kalinic is out of it, but it's going to be Peterchik who goes across the line in a time of 56.4 seconds. Spain takes 2nd, Germany 3rd. Turkey coming in 4th. So official time, 56.33, season best for Oksana Peterchik. Her 2nd gold of these championships after winning the 200 metres earlier. Lovely run, Vitaly Butrym with her. They really put the foot down after about 150 metres as they high-five the Max Parapanda mascot. Well, that's Kalinic who gets away at the beginning, but just there it was Peterchik who went past Katrin Muller-Rothgart, who started in the far outside lane. You're always wondering these races, though, until a good few minutes afterwards to make sure the result is official, because we've had a lot of disqualifications in these championships. So Spain going across and getting 2nd. Beges Gamez and Muller-Rothgart taking 3rd place. Just watching as the guide releases Oksana Peterchik just before the line. The runner has to go across first. We've had many disqualifications, not just in these championships, but previous ones where the guys just don't concentrate. The runner's struggling, they try and help them, and they end up going across first themselves. No such problems there. And Peterchik picked up her second gold of the championships. Gold in the 2 and the 4 now. Season best, 56.33. Season best for the next two as well, Burgers Gemez and Muller Rutgart. Well, Germany had a great day yesterday. Marcus Rehm with the world record. We're hoping for something else from Muller Rutgart, but it's had to be a bronze. The German flag proudly going as it is just here.
So Frank Tinnemar for Germany. Be a big focus on him in this men's shot put F63 with Aled Davis in the lead. F63 being the new category for single above knee prosthesis athletes. It was a championship record as well that Davis threw in the opening round. Habscheid looking good also, had it not been for a first round foul, and Tinnemar as well, but now he's got out 12:45. Back to the javelin and Magok of Slovenia. This is F41. It's short stature. 31.14. He's lying in fourth position at the moment. He's about 1.60 m away from the medals, and that won't help him. He's shy of 30. Solid throw by Magok, but it will not improve his lot. And Hakan Ayeldiz, by the way, in fifth through 27.08, is out of the competition. He has retired after a couple of no throws. We believe it's an injury. Magok remains in fourth spot. Straightway shootout for gold in the men's 200 metres T35, the most impacted of the coordination impairment categories. Jordan Howe against Igor Svetov, Great Britain against Ukraine, just as it was in the 100 metres final when Svetov took the gold. Svetov, who's the reigning world and Paralympic champion, and now the 100 metres champion here. Did the golden double over 1 and 2 in Rio at the last Paralympic Games and in London at the World Championships. And Howe winning silver at the Worlds, bronze in 1 and 2 at the last two Europeans, the man from Cardiff. His coach is Christian Malcolm. Great athlete in his own right. Couple of European silvers for Great Britain on the IAAF circuit, and a couple of bronzes too. The relays, 05 and 07, Helsinki and Osaka. So Howe in 4, Sviatov in 5, the final of the men's 200 metres. So the first time of asking, Howe trying to overturn that result from the 100 metres, and he has started very well, the Welshman. Clubbing in Carnarvon, based in Cardiff, very tight between Howe and Sviatov. Into the straight, Howe still going strongly. Sviatov has run him down. It'll be another gold for Ukraine. The world and Paralympic champion becomes the European champion too. Igor Sviatov wins for Ukraine, 26.10. And Jordan Howe is second again. And in this race, there is no medal for second. Sviatov does it again. 26.10. Howe, 27.04. He was just outside his season's best, which is also his lifetime best, but would have needed basically an extra second to be swifter than that in order to get above Sviatov. Only two with the necessary qualifying mark to compete in these Europeans. He will take his necessary bow, and Sviatov has won gold in both the 100 and 200. We've seen a European record, by the way, from Taka Sonneveld in this Javelin F41, 33.22. He's in the silver medal position. Mr. Mester is in the gold slot for now.
He is indeed. Saw him outside getting some pictures with some volunteers earlier. He's a man sought after. Oh, down he goes. Well, that's out there on the 35-metre mark, but he went down. He's okay. He's got back up. .34.64, his best. Stayed behind the line, just. Silver in the last European Championships. He won gold in Swansea 4 years ago. He wants to get back to the top of the pile. He's there at the moment. Is he going to improve, though? Oh, yes, he is. 35.02. He stays first. So a good crowd in the main stand. Good crowd to watch Svetov get ahead of Jordan Howe as well.
Yeah, it was just about 50 metres to go in that T35 200 metres final. So Svetov gets the double gold over 100 and 200. There were the two athletes to qualify, pre-qualify for the finals. And Svetov just had too much in the tank for Jordan Howe again. Dmitry Safronov is the man who dominated that for a few years. Svetov the gold, Howe in second position.
Men's shot put F63. Single through or above knee deficiency. There is Tom Hubscheid. His second attempt, his first a foul. He's in fifth position. Is the man who won silver here in the discus. But he's got to mark this time. That's up around the 14-metre mark. He's 14.79, his season best and lifetime best he set this year. The man from Luxembourg, 13.44, so he's up into second position behind Alan Davis. And talking of Alan Davis, here he is. Championship record, he broke his own record by 50 centimetres in the first attempt, and that's out there as well. Slight imbalance. Just there. Manages to hold on. Just. The man from Bridgend, he's won the discus, he's going for the gold in this, 14.96. He smashes that record again. So back to the track, the women's 100 metres, T63. 6 starters going. Martina Caironi in lane 3 of Italy. No Vanessa Lowe, who used to have such competitive races in this and the long jump with Martina Caironi. Caironi already won gold in this long jump here in 2018 in Berlin. Caironi will go from 3. Gita Hannan, who took silver in the long jump, on the left there. Next to Caironi will go from lane 4. Contrafato of Italy in the middle lane, in lane 5, says Caironi was her motivation for taking the sport up. So Caironi goes in 3, Hannan in 4, Contrafato of Italy in 5, Gonzalez of Switzerland in 6, Lopez of France in 7, and Villa Vaigela of Spain in 8. World record held by Martina Caironi, set 3 years ago in Doha of 14.61. Oh, there's a start there. It looks like someone on the outside, it might be the Spaniard actually on the outside, who perhaps moved early. She put her hands up, but it was a tough one to call from the naked eye. Yep, it is. But I must say, I've seen instances like this week. But it is the IAAF rules. But there's been instances where runners have slightly moved and they haven't been called and they've gone on. But this time, Villa Biega has been given the red card. So she is out. The former acrobatic gymnast will not be running in the 100 metres T63. So she's asking the questions, hoping for the answers, but she definitely moved. So we're down to 5. Caironi in 3, Hannon in 4, Contrafado in 5, Gonzalez in 6, and Lopez in 7. Well, this time they get away with no problems, and Caironi gets away quickly on the inside. It's her compatriot, though, Contrafado, who's also gone up with her, but it's Caironi in first, Contrafado in second. It's going to be Hannon, who's in third position, but let's just look at the time as Caironi goes across in first place, 14:91. That is a new championship record. So she's broken her own championship record. She didn't manage to break her own world record. Caironi takes first. Contrafado, her Italian compatriot who started the sport thanks to Martina Caironi, takes second. Looks like Gita Hannon of Belgium has come home in third position, but a great start there from Martina Caironi. The double in the long jump and the 100 metres. Contrafado couldn't stay with her when it got to around the 60-metre mark. So it's Caironi, Contrafado, and Hannon of Belgium, who adds to her silver in the long jump by picking up a bronze. But a terrific start by the two Italians. They got out very quickly indeed. It was Caironi who could hold her speed as she went down towards the line. Coming into this, 14:91 have been her season best. 14:61, that world record that she set 3 years ago. She hasn't been able to get quite near it since then. But she has got the win. She has broken her own championship record. And she has a second gold medal. Italian kisses all round. Italian gold and silver. Belgian bronze. That lady, though, disappointment for her. She couldn't even start due to a false start the first time. So championship record, 14:91. She's equalled her season best. Contrafado with silver, and Hannon of Belgium picks up bronze.
Max Parapanda has had a very busy week. He was even sitting in the final day press conference, not as a guest. He actually was part of the media. Multi-talented.
In lane 3, the world silver medalist representing Germany.
Men's 100 metres T64. 2 goals already for Johannes Floors. Potential of a third here, and maybe a fourth in 45 minutes' time. Felix Streng has already won the gold in the 2 and the 4x1. Floors is a T62 guest in this T64 final. Felix Streng, silver in the long jump yesterday with that lifetime best 7:71 as Marcus Rain went out to 8:48. New world record by a centimetre, and the third longest legal jump that any man in athletics competition has gone out this year. full stop. And it actually would have won every single European Athletics Championship able-bodied in history. Managrasso, bronze in the 200, silver in the 4x1 for Italy. Flores, you saw, winning the gold in the 2. Streng did it in his category as well. Pavard of France, 5th in the 200 metres in his first major championship. Di Marino, silver in the 4x1 for Italy. And Avila Chavarro of Spain, 4th in the 200 metres. And in lanes 1 and 2, Nellon of Belgium went out in the heats of the 200. And Gichetti of Italy, who won silver in the 4x1 and was 4th in the long jump. So Flores, busy afternoon, a power hour in truth. He has never won a 100 metres gold medal. 8 major titles to his name, but not in this distance. Nellon in 1, Gichetti in 2, Flores in 3, Managrasso 4, Streng 5, Pavard 6, Di Marino 7, Avila Chamorro in 8. Men's 100 metres, T64 final. Away first time, that's a very good start by Managrasso, and now Streng is coming into his own here. Felix Streng for his 3rd goal, and Flores is challenging Germany 1-2! Streng wins it, Flores 2nd, and Managrasso gets the bronze. And Johnny Peacock's championship record has gone 11.24 unofficial, and rounded down now to 11.23. Felix Streng, so strong, partnered Flores in that 4x100 relay gold medal winning performance. How well Flores moved up. He's the T62 double below amputee category. This is the single below, but he's a guest in this. He's got the silver medal. And Germany mop up the top 2. Streng and Flores, so impressive. Managrasso with the bronze for Italy. It's an excellent start by Managrasso of Italy between the 2 German athletes, but then Streng got the speed on and drove home emphatically. 300ths of a second inside Johnny Peacock's championship record from 4 years ago in Swansea. And Flores' fight back was impressive to run in Managrasso, with the Italian in 3rd. Fabulous win for Felix Streng. It's the first time that he has won a 100 metres title also. It's his 3rd gold medal of the week in Berlin, and home soil. It's live on German television as well today, by the way. Big audience in the main stand, and domestically across the nation too. Streng so strong, Flores has got to aim for the 400 in 40 minutes time. Streng wins it, championship record 11.23. Flores the silver for Germany, and Managrasso the bronze for Italy.
So Tom Hapshide, his 3rd attempt in the F63. He's currently in 2nd place behind Alan Davis. That's out on the 14-metre mark. .14.79 is lifetime best he's thrown this year. He's not out near that. He's improved though by around 53 centimetres. 13.97. He stays 2nd.
The final of the men's 1500 metres, T54. The best wheelchair racers around, the strongest category, and some of the greatest names ever in this. Hoog and Van Wiegel. Hoog, who has won Now 20 major championship titles to his name. Alassane Balde, silver in the 5,000. Alongside Julien Casselet, bronze in the 5. And they were third and second respectively in the 800 and then both disqualified. Seeing Leo Penataki promoted to silver in his first ever 800 metres championship race. Hoog has already won gold in the 800 and the 5,000 here. And in his last Europeans 4 years ago, won 3 golds. And won 3 golds indeed in the 2005 Europeans in Espoo. So trying to get a golden hat-trick for the 3rd time at the Europeans. It's the reigning world champion in this, having won gold in the 800, 1500 and 5,000 in London last year. Kenny Van Weegel, 9 major championship titles. He's the reigning Paralympic 400 metres champion. Moulter, Hoog, Casselet, Balde, Lebroy, Alvarez Medina and Van Weegel in this. Chiasaro does not start, blood pressure issues. The final of the men's 1500 metres, T54.
On your mark.
Away we go then in this 1500 metres final, and 5 of the 7 who've gone to the start line have won medals already this week. Ludwig Moulter in his first major championship, yet to do so, but he is the reigning world junior champion in this. Did the double in Knotville last year over 800 and 1500 metres. Alvarez Medina, it's his first major championship final for Spain. Chiasaro having withdrawn. Solid racing straight away. Marcel Hoog's decided to go for it from the off. Balde alongside him for Germany. And pushing up right behind, little bit of movement, is Ludwig Moulter of Austria, who's in 3rd position. And Julien Casselet behind him in 4th.
So that man at the front, the silver bullet, Marcel Hoog, looking for a 3rd gold of these championships for him. They're just dropping off the Spaniard, Joaquin Alvarez Medina, at the back there, so he's going to have some work to do if he's going to get back on to the pack. But it is Marcel Hoog who leads from the front. Just having a look around there, looks like it's going to be a Balde who's going to come around and maybe do some of the work over the next lap or so, but Hoog there is quite comfortable, leaving Balde out wide just to make him do a bit of extra work, and Hoog's decided to make a go for it now. Balde's gone with him. Well, who else can match this? They're going to come down. They'll have 2 laps to go when they come down to the line, and it's Marcel Hoog who just put a bit of pace on to see who would actually go with him, and Balde decided to head in there. And they all remain 5, except for the Spaniard, who's dropped off the back with 2 laps remaining.
Hoog, Balde, Casselet, Van Weegel, they're the top 4 and bunched just behind. Dylan Lebroy of Great Britain, 4th, 400 metres bronze medalist. And Moulter is up there as well, who finished 6th in the 800 in his first major championship. But Hoog's still leading that peloton of 6. Interesting to see how Van Weegel was freewheeling around when they were on the home straight that time around. They'll be going around twice more. Hoog still biding his time well at the front. Interesting the position of Balde alongside and Casselet, who finished right behind him in the 800 final, but disqualification then their lot. Bella's on the way. Hoog is leading. Balde is outside in 2nd. Casselet's 3rd. Van Weegel on the outside in 4th. Lebroy is 5th. And Moulter is 6th, and there's the bell.
So Hoog leads going into that last lap. Balde's been sitting on that outside lane of Hoog for quite a while, though, so he's been doing some extra work. Dylan Lebroy of Great Britain is sticking in there with them. He's currently in 5th position in that front 6 there. Moulter of Austria is being dropped off the back of that as they come round with around 250 to go. It's Marcel Hoog, it's Balde, it's Van Weegel, it's Lebroy. They're in a group there, really working hard, but it's Marcel Hug looking for that third goal, and he's really putting the afterburners on now. Who's going to go with it? Balde tries it. Van Wiegel at the back is going to have some work to do to get to the outside. It's Marcel Hug coming into the last 100 metres. Cassidy's up there as well, but here comes Marcel Hug. Cassidy's trying to chase him down, but Marcel Hug is going to be there. Van Wiegel might pick up the silver, but Marcel Hug, he gets the win. 3:23.19. Van Wiegel may have just picked Cassidy for the silver on the line. It was very, very tight indeed. Balde finishes out of the medals, as does Dylan LeBroy of Great Britain. Well, Hug, he led the whole way. He was at the front. I thought it might hurt Balde being in that second lane out for the majority of that race. In the end, it proved that way. He just did too much extra work. Could never quite get around Marcel Hug. And here comes our last place finisher, Joaquin Alvarez Medina, who comes across the line to finish this men's 1500 metres T54. So Marcel Hug, multiple medalist over Paralympic Games, World Championships and European Championships. He's picked up another one. More often than not, they're gold. Van Wiegel went away quick on the outside to start with. But that man went to the front early in the piece. Didn't take him long. Nice shot there in the helmet of the finishing line as well. So Hug, Castellan, just watch Van Wiegel. He goes past Alexander Balde of Germany. Very tight on the line. But it's Marcel Hug who picks up the win. Not necessarily his fastest time. Championship record, this has been there for 13 years. Brent Lakatos of Canada, whose wife Steph Reed will go in today's competition. She went in the long jump already. He holds the world record, does Lakatos. Richard Chiasaro, who didn't race here due to blood pressure issues, has the European record. But there is the man who is the gold medalist in the 1500 metres, the 5000 metres, and the 800 metres here in Berlin. It's Marcel Hug, 3:23.18. So there's Balde, he missed out on the medals. Disappointment there in fourth position for the German. Van Wiegel in third, didn't quite get there. Cassidy picks up the silver. Marcel Hug is third of these championships, gold for him.
Third time Hug has done a European Championship hat-trick. Fifth round of the men's shot put F63. Frank Tinnemar of Germany. The European champion in 2012, with the world silver and 2 bronzes, including the 2 most recent world championships. They were both bronzes for Tinnemar. 12:54, he's fourth. Round 5 of the Javelin, Matthias Mester. 35:02 in the previous round. Sonnefeld's F40 European record has him in second place. 33:22. Mester putting a huge amount into that again, and that looks further even still. His European record is 40:54, set at the World Championships in London last year, at the Olympic Stadium in London. Such an impressive thrower. You can see the amount he put into it. 37:57, Mester's best of the day. The final of the men's 100 metres, T63, featuring the long jump champion Daniel Wagner of Denmark. was bronze in the long jump for Marco Pentagoni. Nurullah Kart here, it's his first event of the week, the man from Izmir, who's also a paracyclist and a wheelchair basketballer. Fourth in the 4x1 of the last Europeans, his best result. But for Wagner, he's the reigning European world long jump champion. He's won the European title in that twice in a row now. In terms of the 100 metres for Wagner, silver in the World Championships in London. So away they go, and Wagner has had an absolute flyer. He's away and clear for Denmark. Karatare fighting back for France. Wagner looks like he's going to win his second gold here. Wagner is the European champion. Karatare second, and Joel de Jong, the 16-year-old, in his major championship debut, gets the bronze for the Netherlands. Wagner gets the gold. 13.10 seconds. And it's the first time that he has won a 100 metres gold medal. He's done the 100 long jump double here. He is the reigning world champion in the long jump, and 100 in the silver a year ago. And off he went very well. He's also been a para snowboarder. He finished 8th in Pyeongchang earlier this year, and he held off Karatare very impressively. Karatare fighting back, but not enough. And what about Boy de Jong in lane 3, winning the bronze medal for the Netherlands? Joel de Jong, well, the Netherlands finished 3rd in the 4x1, and he's got a 3rd place here in a bronze medal for it. And a man who, by the way, de Jong visited the European Athletics Championships in Amsterdam 2 years ago on the IAAF circuit. They had a para expo there. Malu van Rijn, one of those who competed in exhibition races on the Saturday, he was impressed. He said, where do I sign up? And look at him now, he's got the bronze. And Wagner the gold for Denmark brilliantly. That's his second of the week. Wagner wins gold for Denmark. Karatare, silver for France. And de Jong, the bronze for the Netherlands. Matthias Master has won the gold for Germany in the men's javelin F41, 37.57. Alan Davis then in the shot and beginning to dominate this. We've seen a couple of championship records already from him today, and that might be a 3rd. Alan Davis, the 5 times European champion, 8 global golds, 6 World, 2 Paralympics. The man from Bridgend is about to write another chapter in his famous career, and he's only 27 years old. He could win dozens more. Look at that championship record, 15:49, his 3rd of the day, and he's European champion for the 6th time. The legendary Alan Davis takes the European shot put crown. Hampshire the silver for Luxembourg, and Tuesday the bronze for France. And some great names in the women's long jump, T64.
Marie-Amélie Lefeur, Steph Reed, Marlene van Gensewinkel, and Maria Tietze. 4 names, but 4 cracking athletes, and there's going to be some competition there. As we move back to the track, long jump shortly to come. The women's 800 metres T53-54 combined category. Hamide Kurt, the only T53 in this seeded category. She's out there in lane 4. Next to the lady who's just put her hand in the air, Gunilla Wallengren, who was bronze over 5,000 metres. Silver at the European Championships in this and in 2014, as well as 2016. Hamide Kurt will go from 4. Vandenbroek, who's been in plenty of action here already, silver in the 5,000 metres, will go from lane 5. Helbling of Switzerland, who's also seen a load of action as well, will go from lane 6. And Zmeta Subigeci, 2 of the Turkish athletes, from 7. And Patricia Keller will start off from lane 8. Keller was 5th in the 5,000 metres, 5th in the 1,500, and picked up a bronze medal finally in the 800 metres. Subigeci will be one of the favourites there in lane 7.
On your mark.
So expect this to be quick as well, as they all get away with no problems whatsoever. Wallengren was 6 from lane 3. Hamide Kurt goes in 4, Vandenbroek in 5, Helbling in 6, Subigeci in 7, and Keller is out there on the far left of your screen. She is in lane 8. So they get away with no problems at all in that first 200 metres or so. Currently at this stage, it looks like out in front there, it is the Dutch athlete, Vandenbroek, who has just got out to the front. She's now dropped back into 3rd position, so there's no real pace on at the moment. I thought it would be a little bit quicker. I do expect that, though, as it comes down over the last 400, it will pick up somewhat, quite remarkably. So 2 athletes from Turkey, Hamide Kurt and Subigeci. And they're sitting up there at the moment. There is Subigeci out in front. She's having a little look over the left shoulder. The lady who won gold the 200 metres, so she's got some speed to burn. But here goes Alexandra Helbling on the inside. So it's pace on now. Helbling followed by Vandenbroek. And Subigeci has now dropped back somewhat. Hamide Kurt, the second of the Turkish athletes, the only T53 in this category, has gone up into 3rd position. So Helbling leads from Vandenbroek, from Hamide Kurt, and then it's a gap now back to Subigeci, who's in 4th position, followed by Wallengren of Sweden. But there's about a 3 or 4 metre gap now at the 3 out in front. Have really started to stretch it out somewhat. It's Helbling who still leads with 200 metres to go. Hamide Kurt has now moved up on the outside, and Vandenbroek of the Netherlands is now dropping back into 3rd position. Helbling seems to have the measure at the moment, but Kurt has moved around onto the outside. She's got some extra work to do. What can Helbling do to respond? Can she go again? She can. The 3 at the back are trying to chase them down. It's Vandenbroek in 3rd position. He's trying to come down the outside. Vandenbroek now with some pace. It looks like Marguerite Vandenbroek's going to get it. Vandenbroek gets it from Helbling in 2nd. Hamide Kurt picks up bronze. Well, Marguerite Vandenbroek, she took silver in the 5,000 metres. She came close in that. She missed out on the medal over 200. Silver in the 800. She missed out, as I said, on that 2. She could have medalled in 4 events. She's got a gold. 2:05.53 for Marguerite Vandenbroek of the Netherlands. Helbling thought she had the measure of Kurt there, and all of a sudden Vandenbroek came around the outside of both of them. So they got away with no problem. Subigeci was quick to go out to a lead. Helbling then took it out, and then with around 200 to go, it was a case of 3. Hamide Kurt, by the way, has set the championship record for the T53 category. That championship record she's broken was there for 13 years, so she's the only T53 in this 53-54 race. Helbling trying hard to hold on. Vandenbroek takes it. Down the outside. Helbling second. Hamidi Kurt. Bronze. Well, Vandenbroek had a look across. She knew she had the measure. She knew she had the power. She knew she had the speed. Dutch delight. Marguerite Vandenbroek. So Vandenbroek takes it, Helbling the silver, Kurt picks up bronze, but she sets a championship record for the T53 category.
Women's discus, F41. Athletes of short stature. This is Niamh McCarthy of Ireland here. Silver in this discus at the World Championships in London last year. Silver in Rio at the Paralympic Games. Silver at the last Europeans in Grosseto. She's never won a major championship title. Let's see if that changes. Sawinska of Poland in the lead. That is huge! That's beyond 30 metres. And that's Niamh McCarthy well on the way to gold for Ireland. Now, her European record is 26.51. That was beyond 30. It's a European record, and it is a gold for Niamh McCarthy. Ireland's sixth gold of the week, 31 metres 76, comes from Niamh McCarthy. All their three discus throwers, all from Cork, have all won gold. Sawinska the silver for Poland, Laura Bars the bronze for the Netherlands. Full main stand as well at the Frederick Ludwig Jan Sport Park as we dip into the great, the legendary Marie-Amélie Lefebvre, reigning Paralympic champion in the long jump, T64. Get this competition underway in some style. She's the world record holder, European record holder, 5.83 from Rio 2 years ago. Was commentating for French television, France Television's last year in London. And she's in the lead, 5 metres 40. And it's great to see her back. Next final here, the women's of the F12 shot put for women. Rose Philippa's already got gold in this. Assunta Linyate's won stacks of gold medals in her career. There's this medium visual impairment. Linyate's an F11. And we've got victory ceremony action for you all day today.
This the men's 400 metres T12.
The winner of the silver medal, representing Portugal, Luís Goncalves. Gold medalist and World Paralympics European champion, representing Turkey, August Akbulut. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Turkey. Ladies and gentlemen,
So Ogbuz
your
Akbalaput
Paralympics European
of
champion.
Turkey takes the victory. Hakan Şura picks up the bronze on the right there, also of Turkey, and Luis Goncalves, who won gold already here, now takes silver for Portugal.
3 championship records so far in the long jump.
Very blustery today, as you can see from the flags in the radio picture. Long jump happening in front of the main stand here at the Friedrich Ludwig Jahn Sport Park. So the woman who's done the double already in the sprints, the 100 and the 200, Milena van Ganswinkel, trying to tilt for a championship hat-trick here. The Dutch woman's had a magnificent week. And that'll help. It's heading out towards 6 meters for Ganswinkel. Well, 5:38 is season's best. It's beyond 5.5 by the looks of it. Her lifetime best is 5:57. Remember, we've already seen Marie-Amélie Lefeur go out to 5:40 in the opening round. And Van Ganswinkel, 5:61, a lifetime best.
Well, this is the 100 metres. T38 victory ceremony. Thomas Young of Great Britain, his second victory at these championships. He won over 200, he's won now over 100, and what a way he celebrates when he goes across the line. Nikita Senik of Ukraine, silver again for him. Albaladeo picked up the bronze for Spain.
Gold medalist and World Paralympics European champion. Representing Great Britain,
Thomas Young wins the gold. What a championships he's having.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Great Britain.
So 18-year-old Thomas Young from Charnwood Athletic Club, who's currently studying sports at Loughborough, takes gold again for Great Britain.
In the F12 women's shot put at the 100-metre start end of the stadium.
So Steph Reid of Great Britain, currently lying in third position with 5 meters 11. This her second attempt. That's well beyond 5. She's been on the track already this week. She was fourth in the 200 meters. Ganswinkel will have 5:61. Lefeur with 5:40 in the opening round. Van Ganswinkel leading, Lefeur in second. Tietz's had 2 no jumps so far. Reid is in the silver medal position, 5 meters 49. Best attended European Paralympics Championships we have ever had. Grosseto was good, this is better. maybe around 3,000, the highest that we've had. So, Sunta Linate, who's won the last 3 World Shot Put crowns, and she's been the shot and discus champion as well for Italy, expected to win this F12. That is beyond 14 metres. That will decimate the rest of the field. Now, she's an F11 competing in this F12, so totally blind. Lignante, who has won the last 2 Paralympic shot put titles, and actually so good that Italy considered sending her to the Olympics. That was when she still had some vision. I think she's going to win the gold. That's probably the gold medal winning throw straight away. 14 metres 18, she's out in front.
So plenty of field action happening, plenty of track action, plenty of traction as well in the long jump.
Lefeur, 3rd round in the long jump, and she's struggling now in the bronze medal position. 5 metres 40 in the opening round, and that is impressive. Lefeur, who got a magnificent reception back at Charles de Gaulle Airport after the 2016 Paralympic Games. I know that, I was on the same flight. Won gold in the 4 and the long jump there, the reigning Paralympic champion in both, and she was famously the 100 metres champion in London 2012 and a championship record, and she's in the gold medal position.
So the women's 400 metres T12. Victory ceremony, the local favourite, Katrin Müller-Rottgart, but already won gold over 100 metres here, silver in the long jump and silver in the 200 metres. She now adds a bronze in the 400 metres T12 category. So 4 events, 4 medals. Burgess Gomez of Spain picks up the silver, giving her a double silver after taking it over 100 metres as well. She was gold in 2016 in Grosseto. She has to settle for silver place this time. The big guy Sergio Sanchez Palanca. But here is the winner. Double gold medalist over 200 and now 400 at these championships, Oksana Peterchuk. 56.33, season best time as well. Vitaly Buttram, her guide, also collects himself a gold medal, and rightly so. As we now pause for the national anthem of Ukraine.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Ukraine. champions.
So Oksana Peterchik, gold, second for her at these games.
Van Gansenwinkel then, gunning for her third gold of the week, having won the 100 and the 200. Just sort of tilted over mid-air, used the board well. A 5.61 the lifetime best in the second round. That had her in the lead for a bit until the first 5.70 in the third round. We're in round 5 now, and she needs to add an extra 9 centimetres onto her new lifetime best in order to edge out Lefeur on countback. Gansenwinkel's been, it's curious, the long jump tends to be her best event. Silver in that in the last 2 World Championships. Hadn't distinguished herself as a sprinter before, but now she has. Brilliant to see Marie-Amélie Lefeur back again after some tragedy earlier in the year. 5.70 in round 3. One of the great stars of French sport, and she's gone way out. That's around 5.5. 3 times a Paralympic champion. Bronze in the long jump in the last Europeans in Grosseto, silver prior to that. And a 4-time world champion to boot. 12 world championship medals. 4 gold, 8 silver. She hasn't won a bronze yet. Well, too used to better stuff. She's got out to 5.59. Doesn't improve, but still our leader. The final of the men's 400 metres, T62. And we've lost Yannis Sevdikalis, who was 5th in the 200 metres. The reigning European and world champion, Johannes Floors, who won silver in the 100 metres a few minutes ago. Floors aiming for his 3rd gold here, having won the 200 and the 4x1. Malakopoulos in 2, Lanfrey 3, Floors 4, Capiotto 5, Hendrick 6, Delespes in 8. The final of the men's 400 metres, T62. Away the first time of asking, and Hendricks of the Netherlands, this 15-year-old who helped the Dutch to 3rd place in the 4x1 final a few days ago, going very well, but now Floors coming well into his own. He's overtaken the young Dutchman Hendricks very impressively, but by a long way. They're the top 2 at the moment. Now, has Hendricks gone too early? We'll find out. But they're 1 and 2 at the moment. It's all about Johannes Floors right now. Gold in the 4x1 at the Paralympic Games, but he finished outside of the final of the 400 metres. Floors is going to take his 3rd gold medal here for Germany. It will be magnificent. He's won the 2, the 4x1, and now the 400 metres. Johannes Floors, the European champion for Germany, and here comes the 15-year-old Olivier Hendricks from the Netherlands. Incredible, and on the line, Malakopoulos and Lanfrey both threw themselves at it. They're in a heap. One of them won the bronze. One took a absolute headache. Malakopoulos might just have got it. But Floors floored it. 47.93. He's the European champion on the shovel. Olivier Hendricks, 15 years old, July 2003. He has the silver. And Floors, what a week he's had. 3 golds and a silver medal. And the one race in which he lost out, it was to his German colleague Felix Streng. They're still deliberating about the bronze medal. It was dramatic circumstances, and Malakopoulos looks to have got it for Greece. But they got away really well, and fabulously Hendricks went out. Absolutely no fear, this youngster. 53.56, his lifetime best set this year. And Floors way, way out ahead of the rest. And on his way to his 3rd gold medal of the week in 47.93. A hugely popular champion. 3 golds in London last year. 3 goals in the last Europeans in Grosseto, and he's retained them all. Floors gets the gold for Germany. 15-year-old Hendricks the silver for the Netherlands, and by a tiny margin, Malakopoulos got the bronze for Greece.
Well, here's Van Genswinkel with that. After all the build-up, it's not going to improve on her previous jumps. So 5.61, Van Genswinkel, her second jump's her best. Got a new lifetime best. Well, she's in the medal positions. She won that gold over the 200. But she's only second here. And that's how it will stay. She picks up a silver medal. But Germany just picked up a gold on the track.
Lefeur then, her final attempt, and she is the European champion once more. Floors having taken the gold, and that's what she'll be doing, celebrating in the next few minutes. She was one of the poster athletes for the World Championships in Lyon in 2013 after her magnificent success at London 2012. That 100 metres final, it was a smashing performance. Well, the world record holder, 5.70, she's gone out to 5.83 is the world record. She wants to give us something special, and surely she has! That's huge! That is huge! It's a white flag. Well, Marcus Rame gave us a world record yesterday, and I'll tell you what, Lefeur's excited by it. Every reason in the world to. Congratulated by Van Genswinkel immediately. .6.01! The first time that 6 meters has been cleared in this category. Sensational. What a lap of honour. Just like Marcus Rame yesterday. She has obliterated her world record by 18 centimetres. That was set in Rio. We had huge crowds there, by the way. A lot of the athletic sessions there, higher crowds than the Olympic athletics. Van Genswinkel applauding her all the way. The silver medalist. 6 meters 01, a new world record for Marie-Amélie Lefeur. Absolutely fantastic.
It's been a tough year for her, hasn't it? She's in tears down there with family, friends, support staff. The wretched year at the beginning has turned into something very nice on the athletics track and field at the end.
C'est magnifique. Marie-Amélie Lefeur, the European champion, world record, 6 meters 01. Marlene Van Genswinkel, the silver for the Netherlands, and Steph Reed, the bronze for Great Britain. As we move to more medal ceremony action, and it is
Representing Croatia,
F41. And the Javelin, F41.
the winner of the silver
And
medal,
Vladimir Gaspar gets
representing
his
Netherlands.
deserved bronze medal in his first major championship. And a European record here for Taka Sonneveld of the Netherlands, 33.22. He was in the second round and improved his European record by 1.5 meters all told. It's 31.74 going into it, which he'd actually set in this stadium a year ago. Gets his mini Max Para Panda as well.
Von Paraleichtathletik Europameister aus Deutschland, Matthias Mester.
Well, what a popular gold medal this is for Matthias Mester of Germany. silver in the javelin in the last Europeans. He had been European champion previously and world champion previously. 37.57 it went out to, and a piece of music they know a lot around here.
So Matthias Mester.
Meine Damen und Herren, einen großen Applaus für die Gewinner.
Goal for him. Sonneveld with the silver for Netherlands, and Gaspar picks up bronze for Croatia.
So Legnate of Italy, it's a third attempt for the perennial champion in the visual impairment shot put. That's another big one beyond 14 metres by Legnate. She is well in control of this. 14.18 in the opening round. And that going out even further here. At the moment, Savakova of Belarus, Ilchner of Ukraine are battling for the silver medal. There's only a matter of 11 centimetres between those two. Rose Walapa, who's already medalled twice this week, down in fourth. But Legnate, twice the Paralympic champion. 15.24. She improves her lead. Silchina of Ukraine at 12.68 has her in second position. Sivakova, Belarus in third with 11.31. Rosa Walapa fourth for France, 10 metres 19. So already Matthias Mester taking the men's javelin F41 today. Neve McCarthy of Ireland, the women's discus F41. Women's shot put F55 we will see shortly. Men's shot put F63, Alan Davis. Women's long jump T64, gloriously Marie-Amélie Lefebvre of France.
Here's the men's.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the men's.
200 metres, T35. Just the one out there, just a two-person race this one, so just the one medal awarded for gold. Ihor Svitov of Ukraine. His second of these championships. He beat Jordan Howe of Great Britain over the 100 as well. Svitov a second for him. Too strong for Jordan Howe with around 50 to go. As I said, he's out there by himself because it was only a two-person race. Time now for the Ukraine national anthem. So goal for Ihor Svitov. The men's 200 metres T35 category. Talking of gold, this lady's heading for it. Asunta Lenante. 15:32, her best to date. The 2016 Paralympic champion. And that's out there as well. Well, that looks big. That's out the 16-metre tape you saw there that she hit just after it bounced. European champion in Swansea 4 years ago, didn't compete 2 years ago, European champion in 2018, 1585. So Lenante takes first, Elchina in second, Sivakova in third, and Walimba in fourth. Time now to head back to the medal ceremonies. And this for the women's 100 metres T63. The great Martina Caironi with a championship record in this. Gita Hannon of Belgium picks up. The bronze. Contrafato, who rates Martina Caironi as the reason she took up the sport. Well, she was behind her today, she took the silver. So Italy pick up silver through Contrafato. And Italy also pick up gold through that lady, Martina Caironi. Adding to the gold she took in the long jump. Speaks 5 languages. World champion in the 100 metres at the last 3 championships. European champion as well, 3 times in a row. So Martina Caironi with the second goal for her. Victory in the women's 100 metres T63 category. Contrafato makes it an Italian 1-2. And Hannan of Belgium picks up bronze.
In second place at the moment, we've just seen Hector Carrera Mesa of Spain and also Spain.
Well, first attempt for Marek Vachecki in the men's discus throw F12. Vachecki already been in competition here at these championships. That's his first throw. It's out there around the 45-metre mark. His season best is 44.71. Lifetime best of 47.33 for Vachecki. 43.98 for the pole. Well, there is Marie-Amélie Lefeur. Celebrations continuing thanks to this world record jump just 5 or 6 minutes ago.
First athlete to go beyond 6 meters in this category. Absolutely awesome. She's a woman for the big occasion. The previous world record had been set at the Rio Paralympic Games. And for her to break this here on a comeback. She'd been commentating for television last summer. And sadly, tragic early end to pregnancy. It's brilliant to see her back in great form and a champion again. Great jump.
Third attempt of Salvador Cano Garcia. Well, that could have been dangerous. Not sure what happened then. He lost control, I can't tell you that. Well, I can tell you, you could try that about 50 times and you wouldn't manage to do it again. A foul with his third, lifetime best with his first, he stays in 5th position. So Vitechki in the lead, we just saw him a moment or two ago. There's another man in this called Kim Lopez-Gonzalez who'll have a say as well. Vitechki with his 3rd attempt. And that's out there, probably even a little bit further than his first.
We'll update you with the result on this. Vitechki well in control of this. Vitechki currently leading on 43.98 in the opening round. Lasser in second, Lopez-Gonzalez in third.
It's as hard for him waiting as it is for us.
So the men's 5,000 meters T11 final. 4 go in this: Alves, Casa, Kosakowski and Garnica. The 12.5 laps of the track. So Nuno Alves of Portugal disqualified in the 1,500 meters final. He's the former European champion from Swansea in 2014. He's been winning major championship medals since the 2002 World Championships in Lille. And in front, the man also disqualified in the 1,500 final, but the defending European champion from Grosseto 2 years ago, and silver in the 1,500 there, Hassan Hussein Kassar. He will utilise 2 guides during this. T11, complete visual impairment. Alexander Kosakowski, who won the 1,500 metres gold medal here, and Manuel Garnica of Spain, who won the silver here.
The longest standing European record set in 1989 by Bob Matthews.
So Vitechki still waiting on that from his 3rd attempt. 44.22, it does improve. He's even higher than he was before in first. As we head back to the 5,000 metres T11, and it's as you were a couple of moments ago. No change there. Kassar out in front. Gold in the same event 2 years ago in Grosseto. He's gone out at a decent enough pace. As Will Downing was saying a moment or two ago, there will be another guide utilised in this race. I remember seeing it for the first time in person at the 2015 World Championships in Doha, and our leaders looked like they were going to take it easy, and then coming towards the end, it was a hot day, I have to say. They fell apart completely. It is a battle for the toughest. As Kassar heads down, he'll have 11 laps remaining. We're at the 600-metre mark. He leads Alves, and then Garnica, and at the back Kosakowski. in 4th place, but about 30 metres between them with just under 11 laps remaining.
It's quite a routine pace so far from the 4 in this, with Kassar taking a very early lead here for Turkey. A lot of these dividing their best performances between the 1500 and the 5000, though Kassar has won bronze previously in the World Championships in 2013 out in Lyon. He's the only athlete of the 4 here to have competed at a distance below 1500 metres in a major championship. And despite that bronze, he's moved up in the distances. It tends to happen naturally as athletes go over. Those who started on the 8 will go on to the 15 and the 5, and then the 10,000 start thinking about the marathons. Garnica ran the Seville half marathon with Martin Viz as his guide. I think we mentioned that during the 1500 metre final where he won silver. And Martin Viz, having been the European champion over the marathon distance in 1994.
Going to be around about 3:20, 1 kilometre, which is still on schedule. Just
So they've gone through the first kilometre in 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Just quickened up a little bit more over the last couple of 100 metres. They've almost bunched up now completely, especially the first 2.
Dimitrijevic, 3rd attempt in the discus, where he's currently lying in 4th position, with that 36.87 in the previous round. Vitechki very good with that 44.22, and you know what, Dimitrijevic very close to 40 there. Now that's close to his lifetime best. Well, 38.57 is his lifetime best set earlier this year. And in this F12 discus, which is medium visual impairment, he knew immediately that it was good. Best throw of his life, 38.92. He's in the silver medal position.
Well, Kassar still leads on the track in the 5,000 metres T11. They'll come down with 9 laps remaining. Throw a blanket over them at the moment. The pace did quicken a little bit and then slowed off again. So Kassar goes across in first. It's Nunes in second, Spain's Garnica in third, and Kosakowski of Poland, who won gold over 1,500 metres, is in 4th position at the moment.
Yes, it's a very sedate pace at the moment, in truth, between these 4, all with guides. Nuno Alves alongside Jose Oliveira for Portugal. Hassan Hussein Kassar starting with Umut Kurtu, but will bring in Hussein Gunel shortly. Alexander Kosakowski alongside Krzysztof Wasilewski. And Manuel Garnica is with Juan Grondona. And Joanna Mazur, when she taken that fantastic World Championship title last year in London, as one of the Polish sports websites put their own video up of it. 6 million people have viewed it by this stage. Parasport is growing in Poland all the time. They've had a very, very successful week in total. More medals, more titles than anyone else. 24 golds from Poland, 58 medals in total. Ukraine and Britain have both won 19 golds. And both have won 48 medals in total. 8 laps to go, and it's all about the medals and not about the times here. Kassar, Alves, Garnica, Kosakowski, the 1, 2, 3, 4 here.
Yeah, the guides are important as well, aren't they? You might catch it every now and then. The guides just slowly looking across and maybe saying a word or two as they go around. This is complete visual impairment, one of the most difficult categories at the best of times, and to run 5,000 metres in it is very difficult indeed.
And the second Polish guide, by the way, is waiting there at the start of that back straight. Very impressed by the running abilities of our cameraman over the far side as well there. They went through the second kilometre in 3:30. Remember, it is complete visual impairment. Nuno Alves is the championship record holder from 4 years ago when he won in Swansea. Also picked up a silver in the 1500 metres there, but he's not going to double up in medals this time around, having, along with Kassar, been disqualified in the 1500 metres final. But they're the top two at the moment. Kassar leading the way for Turkey. Alves in second place for Portugal. Third for Spain, Garnica. And Kosakowski in fourth. 7:28.10. They're doing the laps in around with 81 seconds at the moment. That just a shade off 82. 7 laps to go.
7 laps remaining on this final day of the 2018 World Para-Athletics European Championships. Just the one session. Medal ceremonies, field events, and loads to look forward to. As you just saw Kassar there move off to the side, you'll see him come back on. He's picked up his other guide. Wonderful synchronicity, isn't it? Just to get over there and to make sure you get sorted out straight away while you're on the run. And Kassar, he was in the lead as he went across to the side there. He's still in the lead now, so the guide changes over. When they come around here, they'll have 7 laps remaining, so 2,800 metres remaining, around 2,900 metres remaining at the moment of this men's 5,000 metres T11. Kassar leads. Alves remains in second place. The Portuguese 43-year-old competing since Sydney 2000 at the Paralympic Games there. In third place, it's the man who's 40 years of age who took the sport up in 1994, Manuel Garnica. And back in fourth place, Alexander Kosakowski, already a gold medalist here at these championships.
6 laps to go. Nothing happened in that lap. They just went around. Nothing happened in the previous lap. Well, apart from the guide, who was quite impressed with how they managed to get that changeover working well. That was Formula 1 style. Kurku Makurku and Hussein Gonal, the two guides of Hassan Hussein Kassar, whose wife Pinar Keles at T11 as well. Bronze in 2014 in the European Championships in the 400 metres.
There's quite a bit of effort involved there, isn't there, as well, when they run across and they change guides and they have to make sure that they're tethered up and they keep on going at the same pace. Because if you lose your pace, to then get yourself back there again is quite difficult.
So you're allowed to do it at this distance of 5,000 metres, and I think you're only allowed change once. So the original guide, who lost his fluorescent vest in the interim, he was going to watch at the side of the track for the remainder, but he's been told by the stewards that he's had to go inside, so he's no longer on the track. He's in amongst the crowd over on the far side, which is where the discus is happening at the moment as well. We've got 5 laps to go there, and it is absolutely, completely, totally, utterly as you were.
And we have to say, with the guys, you have to have a guide who can actually make sure they keep up with you and they're a decent runner themselves. So that's the important part, because it is 5,000 metres. It might not sound like a lot, but it is 5,000 metres where you're not only having to run, but you're also having to communicate with the athlete that you're working with. So there is a lot of fitness that's involved in it. As Will said, you are allowed to change over the once as you go through, but many just continue with the same guide the whole way through. Remaining as it is, 200 metres remaining in this lap. When they come around, they'll have 2 kilometres left in the men's T11, 5,000 metres. Nuno Alves with that championship record. The world record was set by Henry Wanyoka. 15:11:07. That was set back in Athens 14 years ago in Greece. So that will take quite some beating, and that won't be happening here today because this pace is rather slow. Kassar still leads as they come round into the home straight. Alves in second place. Garnica in third, and Kosakowski is in fourth, but we may well see a bit more pace put on once they go through this lap.
Well,
4 remaining.
4 laps to go, and they went through in 82.82. The laps are getting slower, no acceleration yet. 4 laps remaining in this men's 5,000 metres T11 final, and very soon a race will break out. It's still Kassar out in front, ahead of Alves, with Garnica in third and Kosakowski in fourth. No change in the top four in the discus, by the way, the F12, where Wiedecki leads 44.22, Dimitrijevic second, 38.92. Cabrera Lasser has improved marginally, but hasn't changed in the rankings. He's 38.64, and Yuri Buchkov of Belarus, he has suddenly leapt up into fourth with a fourth round attempt of 37.96, but the medals are as they were when this race began. So Kassar still leading them through. And there was in Lyon at the World Championships, the first one of those I attended back in 2013, a 10,000 metres T11 final, and obviously we have the marathons in the major championships, the Worlds and the Paralympic Games as well, but we don't have marathons at the Europeans. Now there's a little bit of movement behind. Kassar still looking very, very strong indeed, but Alves' company, Kosakowski and his guide, moving up in the battle for the silver medal. Kosakowski's moving forward into second position now. Look at the congestion between second and fourth. Garnica look as if he wants to increase the pace as well, and Kassar will now have quite a race in his hands potentially. We've got just about 1,100 metres remaining.
And Kosakowski has looked rather good with his guide throughout the course of this, Krzysztof Wasilewski. They looked very, very calm and confident sitting at the back in fourth place, just tailing on the field, knowing exactly what had to be done. Kassar had picked the pace up a bit there when they went through with 4 laps remaining, but he's sliding it off again. So Kosakowski is in second place. Alves of Portugal has dropped back to the back of the pack in fourth, and Garnica is now in third position, but it's Kassar who's led for the entire race to date. Each time you think he's going to put a bit of speed on and continue on with it, he then slows off and backs off again. So the guide's obviously communicating, saying where everyone is, saying we need to speed up, but they're also slowing down somewhat as well. And Kosakowski in second place looks very comfortable indeed as they go across with 800 metres remaining.
It's been very, very tactical this. Kassar is our leader for Turkey with 2 laps to go. Kosakowski now in second position. Third for Spain is Manuel Garnica, and having been out around the front for a long time, Nuno Alves has lost position here. He's down into fourth place, having previously been European champion in this 4 years ago. He's become interested in triathlon. He was saying after the Boston Marathon he would really fancy attempting para-triathlon. He's been involved in Paralympic Games 5 times, the man from Turam. And now Garnica's making a good move on the outside, overtaking Kassar. We have a new leader, Garnica in front. Kassar is in second place. Kosakowski is in third. Remarkable stuff. And Alves is losing ground all the time. He's fallen back into fourth position. 500 metres to go. Great acceleration from the man who was basically stuck at the back for a lot of this. Manuel Garnica, Spain leads. In second position is a long-time leader, Hassan Kassar. Kosakowski's in third. Might it be another Spanish gold here? Here comes the bell.
And here goes Garnica, the 40-year-old from Granada. He's working his way well out in front now. He's a good 20 metres out in front. And Kassar looks like he's absolutely struggling. Kosakowski's moved to the outside to go around there. And the man who was in second position for much of this race early on, Nuno Alves, has dropped way off the back. But Garnica has timed this to perfection. Take the sport up in 1994. We are now 24 years later. He's going to pick up gold at the European Championships. He chose athletics. He couldn't play handball due to that visual impairment. And what a sport he's chosen to take it up. He's only about 200 metres from picking up gold medal. He was fourth back in the T12 marathon in the 2011 World Championships in Christchurch. He's going to improve on fourth position. It may be a 5,000 metres race, but he is going to take what is going to be his first ever major gold medal. Manuel Garnica of Spain heading down towards the finishing line. He's into the last 50, he's into the last 40, 30, 20, 10. Kosakowski's going to come through and take the silver with Kassar in third. And there's your time, 16:40.09. Well, Garnica takes the win. He was second at these European Championships 2 years ago in Grosseto. He was disqualified 4 years ago in Swansea. He's now picked up that European Championship gold he's been craving. Manuel Garnica, 16 minutes, 40.08, is the 5,000 metres men's T11 champion. Kosakowski timed it early, stayed behind, didn't have enough to go with Garnica when he went though. Twice at the 2013 and 2015 World Championships, Garnica didn't finish. This one he held himself back, he waited until close to the end, and he went. And didn't he go? Picked up the win in the end by around 50 or so metres. Kosakowski of Poland picks up the silver to add to his win in the 1500. And Kassa, who won this event 2 years ago in Grosseto, has to be content with taking the bronze. So Garnica wins, Kosakowski a lifetime best, Kassa in third and Alves in fourth position. Garnica with the gold.
So now the final of the men's long jump T47. Amputee category below elbow or wrist, and 7 go in this. Includes the silver medalist in the high jump, Daniel Perez Martinez of Spain. He's the only man of the field to have previously won major championship medals.
#1 in Europe, representing Spain.
Als 5. Springer Europaranglistenerster für Spanien, Carlos Javier Perez Hernandez.
Carlos Perez Hernandez, he finished 6th at the long jump at the 2013 World Championships. He switched to Javelin for a good few years, but now he's back. He was unable to qualify for major championships in the Javelin. He'd been having a few injury problems previously competing in the long jump, but he's back now. And Georgi Nikoladze of Georgia from Tbilisi in that Georgian team of 2. 12th in the long jump in last year's World Championship final. Previously, Anton Bozhelov had passed through from Bulgaria. His best major championship result, 6th in the last Europeans in the long jump based out of Sofia. Florin Kojac of Romania had finished 4th in the high jump. And Perez Martinez, who won silver in that here, and who lives at the National Training Centre in Madrid to get us underway. So in the 47s, well, he'll take the lead. Don't think he's going to stay there. Not with that. Just pulled out. Didn't quite get the momentum right in it. Major improvement needed. It won't be the winning attempt, and it won't win him a medal. 4 meters 08. And the wind speed, a slight headwind, negligible. Elias then of Turkey, Kerim Elias, and that will be a lot longer this time, and he'll get the white flag. The European record in this is well beyond 7 meters from Armand Assoumani, France. That was 2011 in Christchurch at the World Championships there, and the championship record in this is around 7 meters, 7:03, which is held by Assoumani as 13 years old. Kerim Elias, he finished 4th in the Turkish 4x100 meters relay squad in Grosseto 2 years ago. 8th in the 100 meters here. $5:53, and he's in front.
So Hector Cabrera-Yasser, his 5th attempt, he's in 3rd position. 38.64.
Now the previous thrower is waiting for his mark to come up. Which was Kim Lopez-Gonzalez. It was a no throw, and he is disputing it with the officials from what we can see across the way. Every attempt so far in this 5th round has been a no throw. Leader is Vitecki in 44.22, Dimitrijevic silver 38.92, and Cabrera-Lasser currently in bronze 38.64, only 28 centimeters behind. But his penultimate attempt is on the way.
Well, I think we might be ready to almost go in a moment. Still a bit breezy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The west-southwest.
for women's disco throw F41.
As we head back to some more medal ceremony action.
The medals and the basket.
This is
will
the
be presented
women's
by
discus F41
Head of Marketing Toyota.
for athletes of short stature. Cabrera-Lasser's throw was 37.66, by the way. Stays in third. So Lara Bars, who won silver in the shots here, takes her first ever discus medal. It's good going for the communications and marketing student from Grosbeck. She was actually born across the border in Germany, but I guess nobody talks about that much. It's the first time in a major championship she's won 2 medals. Laura Bars adds bronze to her silver. Renata Slavinska of Poland was the European champion in the shot and the discus going into this. She retained her shot title, but not the discus this time. Woman who was recommended to take up para-athletics by her grandmother's physio. 21.54 she set it out to today. And it's silver for Poland for Slavinska.
European champion, representing Ireland, Niamh McCarthy.
The European champion is Niamh McCarthy of Ireland. 3 previous silver medals at European, World and Paralympics. And now she takes a European gold. It's Ireland's 6th of the week. Ireland had 3 discus throwers here. Noah Lenihan, Orla Barry and Niamh McCarthy. They're all from Cork and they've all won gold. And here is our own Nevian. There we go, Niamh McCarthy, top of the podium for Ireland, European champion for the first time. Ireland have won 6 golds and 3 bronzes at these European Championships. McCarthy the gold for Ireland, Swirinska the silver for Poland, and Bars the bronze for the Netherlands.
It's the longest of the competition so far.
5. Versuch von Marek Vitecki. Er hat die Goldmedaille jetzt schon fast sicher in der Tasche.
Nice sunshine here today. It's still somewhat chilly. Mitaja Sevic, first attempt in this long jump T47. Sailing out towards 6 meters. Impressive from the Serbian athlete. It's his first major championship, 20 years old, based out of Belgrade and coached by Johan Dukic. 6 meters 15, takes the lead.
So the medal ceremonies continue. This is the men's 100 metres T64. Won by guess who? Germany. Italy pick up bronze though. Germany pick up second as well. Managrasso with the bronze. Johannes Floors. Adding to that relay gold a couple of days ago in the 4x100.
Der Goldmedaillengewinner von Paraleichtathletik Europameister aus Deutschland.
And gold
Felix Streng
is also for Germany. Championship record of 11.23 seconds for Felix Streng. He's had a busy games here in Berlin and he picks up another gold medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Germany.
So there's an anthem we've heard a few times. Germany pick up gold and silver. Italy with the bronze in the men's 100 metres T64. So Perez Hernandez of Spain, his first attempt. And that's out there around the 6 metre mark. An injury at the beginning of his career caused him to switch from long jump to javelin, but he's back in the long jump now, and he's into medals. 6:09 for the Spaniard. Well, the sun's out. The wind seems to have died down somewhat as well. It's not as bad this afternoon as it was a little bit earlier. Wonderful to see on this final day of the European Para-Athletics Championships in Berlin. It's been a fantastic host city. The World Championships in Dubai next year in November. And the long jumpers proved a big hit here in Berlin, in front of the main stand. And here they go again. Giorgi Nicolazzi, and his first attempt. Well, that's around the 6 metre mark as well for Nicolazzi. T47 category.
Seasonsbest für ihn im Augenblick.
Well, his first is 6:07 in third. Goal for Alan Davis in the shot put. F63 category. He won the discus as well, Alan Davis, the man from Bridgend in Wales. Tuesday picks up the bronze medal. Tom Habscheid also picked up the silver in the discus as well. He picks up silver in the shot put. No medal for the home favourite Frank Tinnemeyer in this, the 46-year-old who picked up bronze at the European Championships in Tinnemeyer 2 years ago, but this man here knows all about gold. Alan Davis, the world champion in shot put for the last 3 times. He's the European champion in shot put and discus, also 3-time European champion in both those events now. Also the gold in the Paralympic Games in 2016. No way of stopping him. Who can do it? Time now for God Save the Queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your World Paralympics European champions.
Und während der Serie der letzte Versuch hier von Marek.
Davis with gold, Habscheid of Luxembourg with silver, and Tuesday of France with bronze.
Bronzemedaille für Serbien, Stefan Dimitric. Silber für Spanien, Kim González. Und Gold geht nach Polen für Marek Ciecki.
The men's F12 discus has just concluded. It was bronze for Serbia with Stefan Dimitrijevic, silver for Spain with Kim
So the second attempt of Perez Hernandez, he's in second position, 6:09 with his opener for the Spaniard. Well, that one's out there over the 6 metre mark as well. 6:09 with his first. Trains 3 hours a day in Santa Cruz de la Palma by himself, does this man? And it's worth it. 6:22, he's in first place. Marek Vitecki, first position, 5th attempt, 44:22, his best. Well, that's not bad indeed. That looks like it's well over the 45 metre mark. So Vitecki heading towards gold. 44:71 coming into this was his season best. The sun's out. He's got his guns out in the arms there. And he's throwing big. 45:42 improves his season best. He's first still and even further ahead.
Classes 235 to 238 are allocated to athletes with coordination.
Well, the jackets were out earlier. The hats are on now.
The impairments typically affect the ability to control
The warmth of the sun. Amazing what it does, isn't it? There's Lopez Gonzalez with his 6th. He was questioning whether his fifth should have been a foul. This one certainly isn't. It's out over the 40-metre mark. But it's not going to be good enough. To catch that man who's in front, Marek Matecki. In a solid position is the pole. So Matecki leads. Lopez Gonzalez hasn't had the greatest of competitions by his standards. 3 fouls. He finishes with a best though of 40.85 per second.
The final of the women's 200 metres, T35. 5 in the list for it. As you'll see, 4 lining up for it. Maria Lyle out with a hamstring injury. Ninka Timrud finished behind her in the final of the 100 metres. And Janol of Ukraine had got the bronze. Yukona Kibble was 4th in that decider, bronze in the 1 and the 200 in the last Europeans in 2016. Anna Luxova 5th in the 100 metres here. So no Maria Lyle. It's Timmer of the Netherlands in 4, Janol of Ukraine in 5, Kibble of Poland in 6, and Luxova of the Czech Republic in lane 7. T35, women's 200 metres. So away they go first time, and it's a decent start by Luxova, but look at Janol accelerate rapidly. Her first major championship. She won bronze on the 100 metres. This is going to be a good contest between her and Timmer to decide the two. It's Timmer out in front for the Netherlands from Rotterdam. Good advantage for her. Kibble is fighting back now. Kibble is fighting back for Poland. Moving up in a second. Moving up into the gold medal position. Kibble's going to take it. Timmer's in second. Janol is going to be third. 34.02. What a fight back that was at the end by Luxova in 4th place. Kibble put a huge amount into it, a massive amount, and wins 34.02. Kibble the gold, Timmer who led for a long time the silver, Janol the bronze. That winning time ratified now, and Maria Lyle, well, unfortunately unable to start for her. Kibble has really gone beyond every barrier imaginable, and she is the European champion. But she's taken a lot out of her. It is coordination impairment, and there will be physical pain which will cease, and then the joy will come that she is the European champion. Just look at her move from 3rd here. Timmer was out in front, Janol in 2nd, and then Kibble starts that move on the outside in lane 6. She'd won a couple of bronzes in the last Europeans, and now here she is the European champion over 200 metres. A dramatic victory, dramatic gold for Kibble. And then she went down on the track. She put a huge amount. She put everything into that. Takes the gold for Poland, 34.02. And Timmer, who led for so long, the silver. She held on to the silver at least. And Janol the bronze. Luxova was 4th. And Lyle did not start due to hamstring trouble. So Yukona Kibble takes the gold for Poland, 34.02. Timmer the silver for the Netherlands, and Janol the bronze and a lifetime best.
So here's Poslov in the long jump. T47 category. Haven't we seen some great long jumping during these championships? Well, he likes it. Good acceleration off the board, good distance as well. .642 after a first foul. He's in 1st place. Well, here's Marek Matecki. He was a silver medalist 2 years ago. Season best 45.42. He beats Kim Lopez Gonzalez and taste the gold medal. In the men's distance throw, F12, medium visual impairment, Lopez Gonzalez knocked down to the silver medal position. Dimitrovic of Serbia, lifetime best in third.
Very, very tense at the top of that competition because Kozilov has now jumped 6:42 twice, but that's the same distance as the silver medal.
Third attempt of Nemanja Mrsajevic of Serbia in third position. T47 long jump. Well, that looks big. No problem off the board. If anything, could have gone a bit further. .38.57, his personal best set this year.
Was really tightening up. Here's Martina Willing. Well, she's in a class of her own. She's been winning major championship medals since the 1992 Paralympic Games in Barcelona, and this will be another one. Dominating this F57 women's shot put. All the throws coming at once. And that looks to be her best throw. Vukovic of Croatia currently in second position. Still Kaleva of Bulgaria to throw, and Obrova of the Czech Republic, although it doesn't look as if she's in a position to start. So Martina Willing, that is her best throw, that is 7 meters 60. And looking good for the gold medal at the moment. Would be another one for the host nation. And the sun has come out and it's heated up fabulously. So that long jump, well, boys with Bozilov and Matthias Savage both going out to 6 meters 42, their lifetime best for Bozilov. And Carlos Perez Hernandez, 6:22, has him in the bronze medal position. Still finals to come in the track, the women's 100 meters T53, the men's 800 meters T34, and the universal relays.
The medals of the basket will be presented by Stefan Meyer, Parliamentary State Secretary of the
So back to the medal ceremonies. The men's 100 metres
The winner of the bronze
T63. Bronze medal to Joel de Jong, 14.17. Happy young man.
The winner of this, representing France.
France have had a very good day. They've had a good championships. Kaitare with a silver medal. Didn't get near his lifetime best at 12.59 in this race. 13.42 for that man. The man in the middle, Daniel Wagner, 13.10. Quite a wind they had into their faces in this one too, -2.3. It's a swirling wind we've had during these championships. It's been changing direction by the day and sometimes by the minute, especially in long jump.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Denmark.
Daniel Wagner wins gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Well, he was a silver medalist last year in London. He was bronze 2 years before that, but he's picked up European 100-metre gold. Daniel Wagner, European champion in the men's 100 metres, T63. So back to the long jump. It's the third attempt of Anton Bozilov of Bulgaria. Well, that looks quite big indeed. That's out towards the 7 metre mark. 6:42 with his first, which was a lifetime best after he'd fouled. Perfect on the board. Couldn't be any better. Well, what would you know? He's levelled it. 6:42. He levels his lifetime best, but he's first. Now Matasevic. He's in second position. 6:42 with his third jump. This is fourth. So two T46 in this category. In Perez Hernandez and Nicoladze of Georgia. But this man is second still. Doesn't improve on 6:42. Here's Bozilov. He's equalled in his last attempt at 6:42, so he's had a foul and two at 6:42. He's in first place, the Bulgarian. And that's out there as well. But it won't count.
Yeah, he's out in front on count back, his two attempts of 6:42. Tajasajevic is a 6:42 and a 6:20 is his best couple of attempts, so as a result of that, then that has him.
In the naked eye, yeah, would you believe it? He's done three.
Fantastic.
What would be the odds on that? 3 at 6:42. I didn't think it was an improvement. It wasn't. It was exactly the same. Incredible. What odds on his next jump?
Well, welcome to the 6-metre-42 long jump competition.
Just to show it's not impossible. The three best jumps of his life, they're all the same distance. And they all come one after the other.
Medal ceremonies coming thick and fast on this final day of competition in Berlin. So the long jump, which saw a huge world record. We'll get to that lady in just a moment. Steph Reid of Great Britain did represent Canada to start with. Her husband, Brent Lakatos of Canada. She was born in New Zealand to Scottish parents. So could have represented New Zealand, Canada, or Great Britain.
The winner of the silver medal, representing Netherlands, Marlene van Ganzenwinkel.
So Reid with the bronze, Van Ganzenwinkel with silver. She's already won a gold here. Lifetime best of 5:61 for the Dutch athlete. And you'd think that was good, wouldn't you? 5:61. But the lady who's about to accept
representing France,
the gold medal not only broke her best, she broke the world record. The first lady in this category to ever go over 6 metres, 6.01 metres for Marie-Amélie Lefeur. It's been a terrible start to the year for her, but it's going to be a lovely ending for it. Gold medal for France again. Well, Steph Reid held the championship record coming into this at 5:32. 5:83 for Lefeur was the world record. She smashed that by 18 centimetres for the gold. And a new world record. Van Ganzenwinkel, silver. Reid of Great Britain, bronze. So here is Diana Danzizi.
Already with 2 gold medals this week in the discus and in the javelin. Reigning world champion in the 3 throwing disciplines. A terrific throw by Danzizi. And that looks like another title for her. She was Latvia's flag bearer in Rio in 2016, now based in the Czech Republic in Olomouc. Diana Danzizi's going to do it again. She's the defending champion, and she's now done 2 in a row. Her 3rd gold medal of the week. Diana Danzizi wins the shot put, 8 metres dead. Todorova the silver, Stravinska the bronze for Bulgaria and Poland, respectively. Matija Sajovic then in the long jump. We're in round 5. Perez Hernandez has just had another foul. Looking for something around 6:42 again. Now remember, Boshilov has had has had 3 6:42s, and Matija Sajovic has gone out to 6:42, but followed it up with a 6:20. That has him in second on count back. So congested at the top. There's only 25 centimetres between the top 4. Nicolazzi is missing out on bronze at the moment by 5 centimetres due to his 6:17. He missed out his 5th attempt. There may be an injury issue, or maybe he's just looking to conserve energy, put everything into round 6. And that is 6 metres dead. Matija Sajovic stays in the silver medal position. So here's our leader, Boshilov. The last 3 attempts, 6:42, 6:42, and 6:42. Let's see what he produces here. It's a white flag, and do you know what that looks close to? Let's see what he comes up with this time. Pozilov of Bulgaria, who've had a decent week here. He remains in the gold medal position with all those 642s. He used the board plumb on, no problems there. And somewhat disappointingly, it's 626. What a shootout for the gold this is. Perez Martinez going now. He's in 5th place, 583, and a much improved 5th attempt. Jumping from 7th to 5th, but needs an extra half metre exactly to go into the medals and dislodge his colleague Perez Hernandez. It's heating up quite a bit now, both figuratively and literally. It's nice and warm again here. The sun is out in Berlin for the first time today, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. 586, and 5th will be as good as he will finish. So it's an improvement of 3 centimetres on his previous effort.
For the women's 100 metres T53, there are only 2 starters.
I think their plane left early.
On your mark.
So only Tanja Hensler of Switzerland and Anita Scherer of Switzerland as well. 3 Turkish athletes are all out. So Switzerland will be 1 and 2, assuming they finish with no disqualifications. On the inside, it's Hensler who gets away fastest of all. Scherer, also of Switzerland, who's out there in lane 6, is struggling, and it is going to be Tanja Hensler who goes across and takes 1st position, and his 2nd coming in there, it is Anita Scherer. Time of 19.60, so not the quickest of times. Sammy Kinghorn of Great Britain, who holds the European and Championship record, is not at these championships, so 19.60 for Hensler, who picks up the gold.
Maybe Turkey's bus got lost on the way here.
Well, surely there's a silver in it there for...
Yes, there will be 5 more entered. There's supposed to be 5 entries,
exactly
so
right.
gold and silver.
5 entries, 3 Turks who didn't appear, unless they missed the call time. That's a possibility. We'll try and find out what happened there, because there were 5 due to be going. In the end, there were 2, and Switzerland win gold and silver. No bronze, because we didn't have more than 2 in it. Hensler claims the victory, her first major championship, and she picks up a gold after really probably wondering what was going on when the 2 of them turned up from Switzerland. She may complain. I wouldn't complain either. Scherer, who was 4th over 200 metres, gets herself a silver here. But there's your winner, Tanja Hensler. 19.60. Scherer with silver. 3 Turks did not start.
That's absolutely bizarre. I mean, we do have a Turkish athlete in the long jump we've been following for a long time, Kerem Alyaz, so...
All I can think is that all 3 of them were together and they missed the call time. That's all I can... It's the only explanation I can give for that. Because all 3, for them to be injured and not to compete, the odds on that would be... Well, who knows?
It could have been a really lively Saturday night. Perez Hernandez here. Currently lying in 3rd position in the long jump. T47, 6 metres 22. Nicolazzi could not surpass that with his final effort, so it's bronze at least for Perez Hernandez. 6:22 he has. 6:43 required for gold. Silver in the high jump here. Nobody in this competition has won a long jump medal previously. Well, that's changing. How far can he go? He didn't use the board at all. And he gave, I reckon, 25 centimetres away. And it will be bronze for Perez Hernandez. It could have been so much better. So Bozilov and Matisejevic will share gold and silver. A really good effort by Perez Hernandez throughout this whole competition. Fourth in the triple jump, the best in terms of the horizontal competitions in his career. Around 25 centimetres he gave away, 6 metres 12 in the end. It probably would have been his best effort, but it probably wouldn't have won gold. It's bronze instead, so Matisejevic needs to improve. Silver medal position, he only needs an extra centimetre. 6:42 in round 3 he got, he didn't use the board either. And he's given 20 centimetres at least away. And Bozilov looks to have got the gold. It will be silver for Matisejevic. What an extraordinary competition. He took off just right on the edge of the board. And that board is a full 20 centimetres. And Matisejevic gets the silver, 6 metres 23. Bozilov wins with the 6:42. Here is his lap of honour. And he's got out a great way. And you know something? I think he's improved on it. He'd have got the gold in any event. Count back may no longer be required. And it was Bozilov who 3 times today has set a lifetime best with the same mark each time. Oh, that's fantastic! 6 metres, 62. Sensational jump. It's his 3rd lifetime best of the day. Actually, it's his 5th. Because the previous attempt of 6:26 equaled what was his lifetime best coming into this competition. He's produced a
Für das Finale 800 Meter der Herren T34.
Classes T33 to T34 are allocated to athletes with coordination impairments who compete in racing wheelchairs.
So, Ben Rowlings of Great Britain, Bojan Mitic of Switzerland, Isaac Tars of Great Britain, and Henry Manny of Finland are the 4 in this. Rowlings who won silver in the 400 metres here. Mitic bronze in the 100 and the 400. Isaac Tars was 4th in the 4, and Henry Manny won gold in it. 3rd consecutive European Championships in which he has done so. Won 4 gold medals in Swansea 4 years ago. Silver in the 8th then in Grosseto, but won everything else. 3 golds. Ben Rowlings. 3 bronze medals in Grosseto. 1 silver here. So you'd wonder how he weighs that up. Does a silver outweigh any number of bronzes? 2 silvers. Or gold? We'll see. Mitic bronze in the 1 and the 4 here. He had silver in the 1 and the 4, bronze in the 2 in Swansea in 2014, and a former world champion bronze medalist in 2013. Isaac Towers of Great Britain, the defending champion from 2 years ago. And silver in this 800 metres in Swansea in 2014. Gold in the 8, silver in the 4, bronze in the 2. The last edition. And Henry Manny of Finland, the last to be announced. Well, he's won 7 golds and a silver out of his last 8 European Championship races. Coming into this, a gold in the 4, silver in the 1 here. What can he pull off in the 800 metres? He's the former European champion at this stage. The only one he did not win out of his 4 events in Grosseto. He finished second behind Towers.
On your mark.
800 meters, T34, the final individual event of Berlin 2018. It's been great. So Rollings in 3, Mitic in 4, Towers in 5, and Manny in 6 in this men's 800 meters, T34. Mitic solidly out in front. He's the only athlete of the 4 here to have a World Championship medal, apart from Manny, who's got 5 of them. The 2 Britons, European successes, but not yet on a global basis. Manny won silver, 4 bronze in his career at World Championships, and a Paralympic bronze in Rio. His brother Thomas has had a very successful career as well. Such a brilliant wheelchair racing program Finland have. It's Manny who leads, Mitic in 2nd place, Rollings 3rd, Towers 4th. Towers, the reigning European champion, expect him to make a move very shortly though. Manny, who's won this title before and who's been a very, very successful wheelchair racer throughout his career, and he's still only 26 years old. Still out in front with 300 to go. Ahead of Mitic in 2nd position with those 2 silver medals from 4 years back. Now the Britons beginning to move. Rollings and Towers. Looks like Towers has moved on onto the outside with Rollings behind. But it's still Henry Manny who's out in front for Finland. Manny defending it well. Towers has a big chance here on the outside, but it's still Henry Manny for Finland. Has he done enough to take the gold back off Towers? It's Manny who will win it. Looks like Rollings in 2nd place, Mitic is 3rd. And Towers, the outgoing European champion, was 4th. 1:52.27 the winning time. Ben Rollings has his 2nd silver medal of the week. Manny, his 2nd gold. Championship record as well, that was his, has been broken. He's taken 2.5 seconds off what he'd done 4 years ago in Swansea. 1:52.26 the winning time, that new championship record. And fitting that the last individual race should have a championship record, considering the high standard of the competition that we've had here. Rollings, the European record holder from Aachen in Switzerland last year, with the silver medal ultimately. And Manny basically led from start to finish. Towers was hanging around the back for a lot. Rollings, likewise, stayed in the slipstream, conserved energy. It was Rollings who made the move then out on the outside. But Manny held his own on the inside. Rollings then coming through with the silver medal, and Mitic the bronze. And Henry Manny does it again to continue a fantastic career. It's his 9th European title. He won 4 in 2014, 3 in 2016, and 2 here. And things shaping up well potentially for the World Championships in Dubai next year and the Paralympic Games in Tokyo. Championship record for Henry Manny. He wins the men's 800 metres T34, 1:52.26. Ben Rollings the silver for Great Britain, and Mitic the bronze for Switzerland.
So back to medal ceremonies. And the men's, I should say.
It's the T12 shots. And Yahtzee getting another gold here for Italy. Tamara Sivakova of Belarus, the 7 times world champion, 4 times Paralympic champion. Silver in the discus this week and now bronze in the shot.
The silver medal representing Ukraine, Orisina Krishina.
Well, having won gold in the discus here, she is the reigning discus world champion, Orysia Ilchina of Ukraine. Potentially must have felt that this was the best that she was going to achieve due to who she was up against.
Gold medalist and World Paralympics European champion, representing Italy, Assunta Lignante.
Assunta Lignante then, the twice Paralympic champion, 3-time world champion, takes her 3rd European gold. She actually did the shot discus double 4 years ago. Didn't compete, if I remember, in Grosseto, and here she is again as European champion 4 years later. She's the world, European and championship record holder. Didn't come near any of those today, but she didn't need to. Assunta Lignante takes the gold again for Italy. A buoyant performance. And to follow a really buoyant national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, your applause for the medalist.
So Assunta Lignante, gold in the F12 women's event. Universal relay still to come. On the track.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the victory ceremony for the men's 5,000 meter T11. The medals of the basket will be presented by
The men's 5,000 metres T11.
CEO of the International World Chair and Athletics Sports Federation.
Strange old race this one was.
The winner of the bronze medal, representing Turkey.
Wasn't a great deal of pace.
Gotcha.
And when it did come on, it was the man from Spain, Manuel Garnica, who picked up the bronze medal. The championship record was held, by the way, by, well, it's still held by Nuno Alves 4 years ago. That was 16:10. Now he finished in 16:57. He was in second place for the majority of it. He finished out of the medals. Hasan Kassar picked up the bronze. Alexander Kozlowski, this man here, with his guides, picked up the silver. You know, lifetime best for him with Krzysztof Wasilewski, his guide. So silver for Poland, bronze for Turkey, gold for Spain. Manuel Garnica. The 40-year-old took up sport in 1994. He was silver 2 years ago in Grosseto, behind Alves. He's now picked up a gold here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Spain.
Goal for Spain then. The men's 5,000 metres T11 complete visual impairment category. Turkey with bronze, Poland in the medals again with silver. Two more victory ceremonies to come. Glorious afternoon now. Wonderful time to have victory ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, the regular ceremony for the men's discus throw F12.
So the men's discus throw F12. Medium visual impairment.
The winner of the bronze medal, representing Serbia, Stefan Dimitrijevic.
Serbia picking up bronze medal. Stefan Dimitrijevic, the man who's been knocked off top spot from Spain. Kim Lopez Gonzalez.
Gold medalist and World Paralympics European champion, representing
And he's been knocked off by this man, Marek Vitecki. Season best for him. 45.42. Championship record still held by Lopez Gonzalez. That was set 4 years ago in Swansea. But he can only pick up silver today because of that man of Poland who claimed the gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, spin warm applause for the medalists.
Marek Vitecki, the men's discus throw F12 champion of Europe. Kim Lopez Gonzalez of Spain, silver. Stefan Dimitrovic of Serbia takes home the bronze. Nice shot of TV tower. Actually knew that this morning. In the distance now. So we just had the men's discus throw F12. It's time now for the women's 200 metres T35 victory ceremony. That lady in the middle, Kibble of Poland, was really struggling when she went across the line. Needed a wheelchair to take her away. Such was her distress. Tightened up towards the end, but she held on to claim the gold medal. Look at the smile on her face, the youngster. But it's Valeria Yanhol of Ukraine. Lifetime best of 35.12 for her, who picks up the bronze medal.
The winner of the silver medal representing Netherlands, Nienke Timmer.
Nienke Timmer in the silver medal position from the Netherlands. But it was the lady who turned 19 just 11 days ago. You go to Kibble of Poland, who again claim another gold medal. They are having quite the championships. Wonderful finish from that young lady, claiming victory in the women's 200 metres T35 final. So Kibble Poland with gold in the women's 200 metres T35. We have one race remaining on the track. That's the universal 4x100 metres relay, which will be coming up in the next 6 or 7 minutes. And we got 5 more victory ceremonies to go a little later, including the winners from that relay, which will round off the 2018 World Para-Athletics European Championships in Berlin. Portugal, Poland, Norway, France. So many countries that have done well. Oop. Made it. Just. Israel well represented as well here in Berlin. Ireland have done well.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Incredible.
the ceremony for the women's
Ian McCarthy today,
F55.
the latest gold medalist from Ireland.
Medals of the basket will be presented by Dennis.
So the medal ceremony continues, and this is the women's F55 shot put, the third strongest of the seated categories, wheelchair athletes.
The winner of the bronze medal representing Poland, Karolina Strawicka.
So how about this for a first major championship for Karolina Strawicka of Poland? 4th in the discus she finished, which was great in its own right, but now a bronze medalist in the shot put. She's with the Start Warsaw Club, coached by Dagmara Stala, also a para swimmer and wheelchair basketballer, and a bronze in the shot put. 6 metres dead, a lifetime best for her. Daniela Todorova of Bulgaria. Her third medal of the week, silver in the discus, bronze in the javelin, and now silver in the shot as well.
Gold medalist and World Paralympics European champion, representing Latvia, Diana Datsita.
Diana Datsita of Latvia, just as she did at the World Championships in London last year, picks up 3 gold medals in the discus, the javelin, and now the shot. Europe, the home of this discipline right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Latvia.
And Datsita does the trouble.
Ladies and gentlemen, your World Paralympics European champion.
Diana Datsita is the women's shot put F55 champion. Happy, happy, happy. Quick shout out to the volunteers as well. They've been fantastic throughout these championships, and they certainly deserve their dues. So we're getting set up for the last track event and last event, full stop, of these championships, the Universal 4x100 metre relay. Spain, Great Britain, France and Italy. And I know my learned colleague here next to me loves commentating on races that involve Timothy Adolphe.
So 2 men and 2 women in each team of 4. We start off with coordination with a visual impairment athlete, then an amputee or prosthetic athlete. Third leg will be a coordination impairment athlete, and then a wheelchair athlete. And you can put them gender-wise whatever order you like. Greg Ballard's had a fabulous week. He's been crowned a European champion, and now he's retiring from international athletics. Joe Butterfield as well on the rostrum once more for Great Britain. So Spain are going to go woman, woman, man, man. Britain are going to go man, woman, woman, man. France are going to go man, woman, woman, man. And Italy, woman, man, woman, man. So I think they've all found a different strategy.
I got all that.
Ein letztes Mal wird jetzt hier der Startschuss ertönen. Berlin 2018. Und hier nun für die 4x100 Meter Mixed Staffel dieses Event.
So it's Spain, Great Britain, France and Italy. Germany did not make it out of the semi-final.
Auf Bahn 1 mit Liabel Quintana, David Alonso Gutierrez.
Well, if I had to pick one in this, my money is on France. Or Great Britain. Or Italy. Or Spain.
Representing Spain.
So Spain, Abladeco Martinez, who's won gold in the 4, bronze in the 1 and the 2. There's Alvarez in the wheelchair, 7th in the 1500 metres. Bill Quintana to start off, gold in the 2, silver in the 1, and Andres Barrio silver in the 2. For Great Britain, Zach Skinner, silver in the long jump, 4th in the 100 metres. Sophie Hahn, gold in the 1 and the 2. Nathan Maguire, bronze in the 1, the 2 and the 8. And Laura Sugar's in the team as well with a bronze in the 1 and the 200. France, Timothy Adolphe, gold in the 1.
Das Team representing France, Team Frankreich.
Angelina Lanza, gold in the 2 and the long jump and the 4 as well. And Marie-Francoise Ali, gold in the 1 and the 2. And they will finish off. There is Angelina Lanza there. She's won 3 events, but only gold medals in 2 of them. And Julian Cassidy, silver in the 15, bronze in the 5. He finished 2nd in the 8 as well, but is qualified in that. Italy, Carlotta Bertoli, 6th in the 100 metres. She'll start off. She's the visual impairment athlete in this. There's Laura Sugar, finally getting her position. Oksana Corso's in the penultimate leg for Italy, 5th in the 100 metres. Handing over to the wheelchair of Diego Castaldi, who won bronze in the 8, was 4th in the 100, 200 and 400. And Riccardo Bagheini's in the squad as well in the 2nd leg. Silver in the 4x1, bronze in the 2. And remember, Germany won the men's 4x1, but didn't get into the Universal Relay final. There is Bagheini there. So Spain, Bill Quintana to start off. Great Britain, Zach Skinner. France, Timothy Adolphe. And Italy, Carlotta Bertoli. The full Spain squad, Bill Quintana, Andres Barria, Alba Ledeco, Alvarez Medina. Great Britain, Skinner, Sugar, Hahn, Maguire. France, Adolphe, Lanza, François Ali, Cassely. Italy, Bertoli, Bagheini, Corso and Castaldi. Remember, it is the visual impairment athletes first of all. Zach Skinner, son of Mickey Skinner, the England rugby union star of past vintage.
On your mark.
And they've all got gold medals in their squad apart from Italy. Here it is, the inaugural final of the Universal 4x100 metres relay. Quintana for Spain with a guide and husband, David Alonso. Gold in the 2, silver in the 1. France, Timothy Adolphe, gold in the 1. Disqualified in the other that he won, and his guide is Jeffrey Lamy. Skinner for Great Britain, Bertoli for Italy. The final of the Universal 4x100 metres relay.
Set.
So away first time, Adolphe away very strongly. Zach Skinner likewise for Great Britain. They're the 2 men in this first leg. Now it's Skinner to Sugar for Great Britain, Adolphe to Lanza for France. And they're going very well, and Italy are shooting up with Bagaini on the outside in this middle lane. Spain are way back with Andres Barrio. They're started off with the 2 women. So for Great Britain, it's Hahn who's taken it up from Sugar, and it's Marie-Françoise Ali who's up there for France. What a battle this is! Here's the final changeover. It's Great Britain and it's France. And it's France and Great Britain. It's Maguire for Great Britain. It's Cassely for France, and Britain are going to win it. Maguire takes the gold for Great Britain. Cassely in the silver for France. And out of nowhere, Spain finish up with Alvarez coming home in 3rd position. They get the bronze. Remember, they started with the 2 women. They were way, way down and halfway, as they would be. But what a recovery from Delendeco and Alvarez. And Italy finish in 4th. So Maguire ultimately takes it home. It was Skinner to Sugar to Hahn to Maguire. And the only gold that they actually had in the squad was Sophie Hahn. Well, they've all got gold now. France celebrating. Angelina Lanza having won 2 golds. Marie-Françoise Ali 2 golds. Remember, Lanza was in a 3rd non-medal category that she also won. Adolphe won a gold. And it would have been 2, but for bib issues. Bill Quintana away well with David Alonso. This was Adolphe. Passing over to Lanza, Skinner to Sugar for Great Britain. They give themselves a little tap, no batons involved in this. Then Sugar to Hahn for Great Britain. Lanza to Françoise Ali, those 2 great champions. And Britain and France, definitely the 2 who are coming through. And wheeled away a little bit at first, did Cassely, as Françoise Ali gave him the tap. Hope they're okay. But Maguire touched off by Hahn. And he comes through to take the gold for Great Britain ahead of France in 2nd. Spain 3rd for the bronze and Italy in 4th. But it being a relay, they'll review the video footage to make sure everything was done legally. Nathan Maguire after those 3 bronzes, the 100, the 200, the 800, and he finished 2nd in the 400, but disqualified from that one. He's got a gold now, and Great Britain are in the top step of the podium. Sophie Hahn has a 3rd gold medal of the week, having won the 1 and the 2, and normally there's a women's relay. Not at the Europeans, however. Great Britain are usually quite good at that as well. And that is it, the final event of the week. We've had 250-odd titles decided. And the World Championships in Dubai at the end of next year. Tokyo's on the horizon, and the next European Championships also. So Nathan Maguire, touched away by Sophie Hahn when Great Britain were way out in front. Hahn with the golden double, golden treble now. Zach Skinner and Laura Sugar with firm foundations. Man, woman, woman, man for the top 2. Maybe that's the way to approach this event. Spain came through strongly to take the bronze ahead of Italy. And Laura Sugar gets herself a European gold medal. 3 of the 4 of the French squad all won gold medals this week. Adolphe in the 100, Lanza with the 2 in the long jump, and Françoise Ali in the 1 and the 2 in her category. And the guide as well, of course, Jeffrey Lamy, who gets a medal too. Brings an entertaining week to a close. So Great Britain get the gold, France the silver, Spain the bronze, and Italy were 4th. Needless to say, that result is still unofficial, but it'll be ratified soon, at least before everybody leaves tomorrow. Very, very successful competition. They didn't win, but they get the national anyway to the French squad. So now, a fortnight ago at the Olympiastadion, nobody won more gold medals than Great Britain and Poland. And nobody's won more gold medals than Poland, or medals full stop, at these championships. Great programme in both the IAAF and the para-athletics circuits.
So on the scoreboard now, excluding that last event which we've just seen, this is the final medal table. Top three.
That was Great Britain's 20th gold medal of these championships, the second largest haul of golds, and the 50th medal full stop. Ukraine, 19 golds and 49 medals. Poland have won 26 titles, 61 medals overall. Germany had 14 golds. 8 apiece for Spain, Switzerland, Finland, 7 for Portugal, 6 each for Italy and Ireland, 5 for Turkey and Latvia, 4 each for the Netherlands, Bulgaria and Belarus, 3 for Serbia, Denmark, Austria, 2 for Greece, Lithuania, Sweden, Croatia, Belgium. A gold and a silver for Norway, a gold and 3 bronzes for Hungary.
So that concludes the action.
10 medals for the Czech Republic, and the other nations to have won medals here. No golds, but a smattering of each. Slovakia, Azerbaijan, Cyprus, Luxembourg, Iceland, Montenegro. 3 bronzes for Israel, 1 bronze for Romania. 35 nations medals here, and thanks for coming along to everyone else. And thanks for watching. It's been an absolutely terrific week, a spectacular week. And we have had the best attended European Championships ever.
Sie haben 7 Tage lang tollen Job gemacht, so for 7 days they're really...
Crowds of about 3,000 a day, I would say. That main stand here has been full here at the Friedrich Ludwig Jahn Sportpark. It's athletics, everybody wants to be in the closing straight, and that's where the cameras usually are.
Jeder geklatscht. Habt tollen Job gemacht, vielen Dank dafür.
Dynamo Berlin can get their stadium back.
Christian, if we don't see you again,
They'll be happy.
Christmas.
Olympiastadion in use yesterday for Hertha Berlin, their first of the Bundesliga season, beating Nuremberg 1-0. So action on both sides of the city this weekend.
Yeah, Dynamo are the third biggest club in the city. Union Berlin are way off near Schönefeld down in the southeast.
T53.
And the medal ceremonies continue.
The medals of the basket will be presented.
And this is the women's 100 meters, T53.
Just the two that went in the end.
Die Gewinnerin der Silbermedaille für die Schweiz, Anita.
For reasons
Schiller.
unbeknownst to us,
Yes, that's right.
they were due to be 5. They were due to be 3 from Turkey as well. None of them made the start line. The 2 Swiss did. Anita Scherer, she claims the silver medal. She was 4th in the 200 metres here, just missing out. So silver for Scherer. And the lady with the gold medal, the 20-year-old Tanja Hanseler. Too strong for her compatriot. So gold and silver for Switzerland.
Ladies and gentlemen, your own Paralympics European champions.
So, congratulations, Switzerland 1 and 2, and Turkey, where were you? Still have a few medal ceremonies to go through, but thanks to all for watching this week. Across the various platforms, online and otherwise. And the final 2 days have been broadcast live on German television as well, which has been great. And live television in Italy, across a whole lot of other various nations. It's been around, I guess, around 50,000 per session you've been watching on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and so on. If you're in Britain, by the way, highlights on Channel 4 next Sunday morning. Check your listings for details. That's a universal relay final, still unofficial. Britain, France, Spain, and Italy.
Ceremony for the women's shot put. F57. The medals in the basket will be
Women's shot put F57. Bulgaria victorious. With Ivanka Kaleva.
die Gewinnerin der Silbermedaille.
There she is, giving a wink. Lady on the left you might recognise, Martina Willing, who claimed the silver. .60, her best effort today.
World Paralympics European champion, representing Bulgaria.
Couldn't match Kaleva. 8:02. Much too good. Villing holds the F56 European and Championship record, but she couldn't do it today. Ivanka Kaleva of Bulgaria, the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, your World Athletics European champions.
So Ivanka Kaleva, the women's shot put champion. Martina Villing with a silver, but a little bit of breaking news as well on that universal 4x100 metres relay that happened about 10 minutes ago.
Spain had been disqualified for that. They had finished third ahead of Italy, so Italy are promoted to the bronze medal position. Great Britain the gold, France the silver, and Italy the bronze. So the final event of the week, and it invariably tends to happen with relays, that you'll get a disqualification, and it has happened here. We'll get the reasoning for you very shortly as well. So Spain, the thing is, I didn't see Spain celebrating, so perhaps they knew something was up. Everybody else.
What makes it also more difficult is because there's no baton for obvious reasons, that it's hard at times to see if the person has actually tagged the next runner, the next wheelchair racer, if they've actually tagged them before they've gone out of the area they have to do that in. So it's difficult for us to see from here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the
But there will be a medal ceremony for that universal 4x100 metres relay because the decision has been made. Italy were promoted up to the bronze medal, but here is the men's 800 metres T34 victory ceremony. Henry Maddy breaking his own championship record. Ben Rawlings of Great Britain picking up the silver medal. That man there, Bojan Mitic. He's been on the podium already at these games. 1:53.40 for the man from Switzerland.
The winner of the silver medal representing Great Britain, Ben Rawlings.
Ben Rawlings of Great Britain. At one point there, it looked like he was a good shout to actually maybe get the victory. Isaac Towers also competing from Great Britain. He couldn't stick with them. This man could. Ben Rawlings, 1:52.95, silver for him.
Gold medalist and World Paralympics European champion, representing Finland, Henry
The man who won.
Maddy.
Henry Maddy. His brother Thomas has also been competing here at these championships from Finland. A championship record, breaking his own mark, 1:52.26. Finland playing goal.
Finland. Ladies and gentlemen, your World Paralympics European champions.
So victory for Henry Manni. Goal for Finland. And by my reckoning, we have one more victory ceremony to take place. The universal 4 by 100 metres relay. The protest was put in by Italy. It was upheld. Spain disqualified. Spain down to 4th. Italy pick up a bronze. Great Britain with gold. France with silver. It's nice to reflect on what a week it's been. 7 days, it's gone quick. We had single sessions on the Monday and the Tuesday, double sessions on the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Afternoon session yesterday on Saturday, and then wonderful afternoon session to finish off with on Sunday afternoon here in Berlin. Really sets itself up nicely next year for the World Championships in Dubai, heading towards Tokyo the following year, and of course the European Championships as well in 2020.
It's November 7th to 15th for those World Para-Athletics Championships next year in Dubai, which will be in the east of the city. And if you want to join us in about 10-11 days' time, we've got the Asian Para-Powerlifting Championships for you live from Kyushu.
54. The medals of the basket will be presented by Karin Hals.
See, I knew we missed one somewhere.
Des Abgeordnetenhauses von Berlin. The winner of
This ceremony was slated to be down for a little while ago. In the end, it didn't happen. But it's happening now. Amine Kurt, bronze in the women's 800 metres T53-54. Kurt, the only T53 athlete going in the field. There were 5 who were T54s. Alexandra Helbling in silver. Kurt, though, with that championship record for the T53s, since she picked up the bronze on the right of the screen there. Helbling on the left, and the winner, Margaret Vandenbroek. She's already claimed medals this week as the Dutch lady. She won silver in the 5,000 metres,
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem.
silver in the 800 metres, and gold here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your World Paralympics European champions.
So Vandenbroek claims the gold. 800 metres T53-54 for the Netherlands. Looks nice, doesn't it? So the 44-year-old Vandenbroek rounds up the individual medal ceremonies. We are hoping to bring you the final victory ceremony and the final piece of action, if you want, from these championships shortly.
And that disqualification for Spain, by the way, is that one of the changeovers was outside of the specified zone. And that's what's prompted Italy to be promoted to the bronze. Men's long jump T47 is the next victory ceremony to come.
Die Medaillen und das Maskottchen werden überreicht von Karin Halsch.
Good event. This was actually really tight. For a long time, 25 centimeters between the top three. Carlos Perez Hernandez of Spain finishing in the bronze medal position, 5 centimeters clear of Georgi Nikoladze of Georgia.
The winner of the silver medal representing Serbia, Nemanja Matjevic.
So, 4 times the distance of 6 meters 42 was hit. Once by Nemanja Matjevic, which was not enough for gold in the end. And there was a very good reason for that. Silver instead in his first major championship, turned 20 back in February. Name we may be bringing you for many years to come.
World Paralympics European champion, representing Bulgaria, Antoine Bashilov.
So 3 times Anton Bozilov hit 6 meters 42 for the lead. It meant that he led on countback as well. And then in the final round, having secured gold already, a bit like Lefeur, a bit like Reim, went out to 6 meters 62, a new lifetime best. And all 5 of his jumps that counted were beyond the lifetime best that he had brought into this year. Gold for Bulgaria.
Ladies and gentlemen, spend a warm applause for the medalist.
So here's the highlights of the final day. If you're still with us, thank you very much. Congratulations. And the missing 100 meters medals that weren't claimed by Turkey, you're getting them, all of them. Just write in. Here's Matthias Mester winning gold in the javelin. He has dominated this for the past 2 years in the F41. He's the former European and world champion, and now he's back on top of the podium again to take the gold for Germany. His other half, by the way, Alina Kensel, is the current German shot put champion. on the IAAF able-bodied circuit. Mester, season's best. 37.57. Sonnefeld, a new European record in the 40s for silver. Niamh McCarthy of Ireland had picked up a whole series of silver medals in recent European, World and Paralympic Games. 31.05, the sunglasses flying. And then so would be the discus in this F41 for athletes of short stature. A European record going into today, 28.51, which is set in Rieti in Italy in May. That one hurled out beyond 30 metres. 31.76, a new European record. She'd won silvers in the last 3 major championships and a bronze in the 2015 Worlds. Now she is the European champion. Ireland's 6th gold medal of the week, 3 won by separate discus throwers. Niamh McCarthy, the latest of those. They're all from Cork as well. Gold for Ireland, silver for Slavinska of Poland.
This man, Alan Davis, already won discus. Gold, there was never really any doubt after his first throw that he was going to win. In the shot put as well. World, European and Paralympic champion. The man from Bridgend. His final throw, championship record, 15.49. Alan Davis takes the gold medal again. So Davis takes gold. Habshade, who was silver before in the discus, also silver there. So Martina Caironi with the women's T63 100 metres. It was her compatriot who was going up against her, but Caironi got out of the blocks as quick as possible. And just have a look at the time. 14.91 into a slight headwind for the Italian, who competes in long jump as well. She won gold here in that. She's now got gold in the 100 metres as well. Speaks 5 languages. Today, she speaks the language of gold. And in these championships. Contrafato took up the sport due to that lady. Hugs all round. Championship record, 14.91 for Martina Caironi. So Italy, gold and bronze. Belgium getting a medal as well.
The final of the men's 100 metres T64 featuring Johannes Floors, who'd already won gold in the 200 and the 4x1. He's at T62 in this T64 final. Felix Streng in the end far too strong, but Floors coming up to pick up the silver medal. 11.23, a championship record for Streng, with Floors in second. Malagrasso of Italy, who'd started so well, finishing in 3rd spot. Streng's 3rd gold of the week. Would Floors get another chance? Felix Streng had only won 1 gold medal 2 years ago in Grosseto. Well, now he's got 3. Well appreciated gold medal it was too, and obviously a 1-2 for Germany. But Streng taking the gold, Floors the silver, Malagrasso the bronze for Italy. Marcel Hug taking his 3rd European title of the week, as was the case of the World Championships last year and the Paralympic Games in Rio, as he came through in the 1500 metres T54 final ahead of Julien Casselet of France in 2nd and the great Kenny van Wiegel of Netherlands in 3rd. That is his 9th European gold, dating back to 2005. Hook taking it, 3:23.18. Casselet the silver for France, and Van Wiegel the bronze. And how about this for Marie-Amélie Lefebvre? Just like Marcus Reim yesterday, she won the gold in the women's long jump. This is a final attempt, T64, and she went way out, historically, beyond 6 metres. The world record was 5:83, set 2 years ago. She knew it was something special. Quite exciting for her and for the crowd here in Berlin. And Lefebvre making proper history, adding, by the way, 70 centimetres onto Steph Reed's championship record and breaking her own world and European record in the process. 6 metres 01, And Marie-Amélie Lefebvre is the European champion again. Lefebvre with the gold for France. Van Gansewinkel the silver for the Netherlands to go with a 2-sprint gold medal. And this was the excitement of the universal relay right at the end, which was won by Great Britain, 48.73 seconds. And that's a very, very impressive Great Britain squad of Sugar and Hahn, Sean Maguire, with Maguire getting the push-up from Sophie Hahn right at the end, so it's Hahn's third gold medal here. France with the silver, Casserly and the Ankerlegen after Spain's disqualification, having finished in third due to a zonal issue. Italy get the bronze, whereas Great Britain are top of the pile. So gold for Great Britain, silver for France. It's not bronze for Spain. Italy get it instead. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. The beautiful vistas of northeast Berlin. Great area to visit, actually. The food is magnificent around the stadium. So many options, so many choices. And it's been a terrific week here at the Friedrich Ludwig Jahn Sport Park. So that's it then from Will Downing and Tulson Tollett. We are back November next year for the World Championships that will be in Dubai.